34, overcast skies. It's breezy at 10 o'clock. I'm Paul Rasmussen. Winds right now from the northwest at 21. They just had a gust of almost 30 miles an hour at the airport minutes ago. New developments in the war with Iran. CBS's Deborah Rodriguez has the latest.
The new Ayatollah issues his first statement. State TV reading Mustafa Khamenei's message that Iran should use its leverage to close the Strait of Hormuz. The statement goes on to say attacks on Gulf neighbors will continue. Khamenei calling on regional countries to close U.S. bases.
Khamenei did not appear on camera, and an Israeli assessment indicates he was wounded in the war's opening attack. The Ayatollah vowed to avenge Iranians killed in the war and said his country would obtain compensation by taking U.S. assets or destroying them. New this hour, at least one person was taken to a hospital after a fiery crash here in Allegheny County. It happened in the northbound lanes of Route 8 in Allison Park. This is near Duncan Avenue and Harts Run Road. The condition of the person taken to the hospital has not been made available, and it's unknown if there were other injuries. Pittsburgh's budget troubles aren't over, and Mayor Corey O'Connor wants to cut spending to close the gap. News Radio KDKA's Tamira Rush has details.
The mayor is reopening the city budget to tackle a continuing deficit and prevent layoffs or further tax increases. Despite last year's 20% property tax hike, which added about $27 million in revenue, city officials say shortfalls remain, citing underfunded retiree benefits and other costs from the previous administration. City Controller Rachel Heisler warns the city finished last year with an $8 million deficit rather than the expected surplus, highlighting the need for careful cost management while also promoting long-term economic growth. A news conference on Mayor O'Connor's next steps is set for later today. Tamira Rush, News Radio, KDKA.
A Pittsburgh police officer is facing a felony assault charge, accused of hitting a man in the head with a beer bottle during a bar fight last month. Detective Richard Dillamone Jr. is on paid administrative leave after that incident at a bar in Pleasant Hills on February 8th. Investigators say the fight involved several off-duty Pittsburgh police officers. Dillamone has a preliminary hearing scheduled for March 25th. Pittsburgh has produced some of the nation's wealthiest people, names like Mellon, Carnegie, and Hines. And Forbes magazine is adding to that list. Here's News Radio KDKA's Paul Alexander.
The latest list of the world's 3,428 billionaires includes three Pittsburgh-based success stories. Edward Stack, the executive chairman and largest stockholder in Dick's Sporting Goods, has a net worth of $5.4 billion and is 780th on the list. The founder of the production company Legendary Entertainment and a minority partner with both the Steelers and Yankees, Thomas Tull, also has an estimated net worth of $5.4 billion. He ranks 806th. And Maggie Hardy, the owner and CEO of 84 Lumber and the owner of the Nemacolin Resort, is worth $4.3 billion. She checks in at 984th. Paul Alexander, News Radio, KDKA.
On Wall Street, the Dow is down 509 points at 46,908. The Nasdaq is down 263. The S&P down 62 points. KDKA Sports, Duquesne plays Rhode Island in the Atlantic 10 tournament tonight at 5. The Pirates and Braves are on KDKA Radio tonight. You can listen to the game at 6. And the Penguins road trip continues at Las Vegas. It's a late game starting at 10 p.m. The news is brought to you by PJ Fitzpatrick. Need a new roof or just want to repair a small leak? Trust PJ.com. KDKA Radio News Time 10:04. You're in luck with Coit St. Patty's Day special. Call 1-800-FOR-COIT today. Save 35% off all Coit cleaning services. 34, overcast and breezy in Pittsburgh. AAA traffic and the AccuWeather forecast next.
I'm Piera Palazzolo, VP of Digital Marketing for the American Management Association, a company focused on the management training skills needed to enhance the careers of business professionals. We did our research when it came to the best companies for website development and chose AmericanEagle.com. And we couldn't be happier. AmericanEagle.com worked closely with us to understand the front and back end requirements needed to launch an e-commerce website that could handle the complexities of running thousands of seminars nationwide. Our robust new website and improved SEO saw immediate increases in site traffic and web revenue. If you're in need of managerial effectiveness and success, visit our website at amanet.org. If you're in need of a website that provides an unparalleled consumer experience, I highly recommend AmericanEagle.com.
Transform your business today. Dial 877-WebNow1 for a free digital consultation with AmericanEagle.com.
From the P.J. Fitzpatrick Home Improvement Traffic Center, this is for St. Patty's Day. AAA Traffic brought to you by Bowser. Ellen Gamble, you're a fine lassie you are.
Hi, laddie. And we have some delays out there, Marty, as we take a look at the remnants of the rush hour, as we call them. The Parkway West inbound has been heavy all morning long at the top of Green Tree Hill. It's trying its best to ease off, but, that just takes time. Green Tree Hill is always such a crapshoot. And so we have the inbound ride where you are getting onto the brakes right around the Parkway Center Mall overpass before the inbound Fort Pitt tunnels. No accidents in your way. And the earlier accident cleared from the outbound Parkway West near I-79. So if you have to grab the keys, head out the door and hit 376 and head out toward the airport, that's a fine commute right now. Parkway East on the inbound ride is a little bit slow go for you right around Edgewood, Swissvale. With AAA Traffic, I'm Ellen Gamble on 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
%. 1-800-FOR-COIT. 1-800-FOR-COIT. Get your home cleaned by the best. Coit, Pittsburgh's premier cleaning service since 1972. I love them.
If you or anyone you care about is facing a family legal matter, call Cordell and Cordell today at 1-855-GET-LEGAL or visit CordellCordell.com to schedule your consultation.
There's a lot on the line in divorce. This is Joe Cordell of Cordell & Cordell, the largest family law firm in the country, with over 35 years of helping clients navigate divorce. But being big doesn't mean less personal or less local. Our attorneys live and work in your community, and as neighbors, they understand the challenges your families face. Divorce touches all areas of your life: your home, savings, retirement, and of course, kids. So when you find yourself facing divorce, you need a partner you can count on. Visit CordellCordell.com to schedule your consultation.
If you or anyone you care about is facing divorce, contact Cordell and Cordell today. With over 100,000 clients served, we understand the challenges you're facing on a personal level. Call Cordell and Cordell today at 1-855-GET-LEGAL. That's 1-855-GET-LEGAL. Pittsburgh and Cranberry Township. Joseph Cordell, licensed in Missouri and Illinois.
The KDKA AccuWeather forecast is brought to you by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred Roofing Replacement Contractor. Call 412-829-7711.
Clouds will give way to sunshine this afternoon. It'll be breezy and quite chilly with a high of 42. Clear for a while tonight, then clouds increase after midnight, though 32. Cloudy to at times partly sunny tomorrow and becoming windy, the high 57. For AccuWeather, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
He's live, he's local, he's Marty Griffin, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Truth to power, man. I've spent a lot of time recently with my friend Bob and his wonderful wife, and I'll tell you why. She was nearly killed downtown. She was walking from work, broad daylight, Strawberry Way, and a bunch of teens kicked her ass. 9-year-old girl pounced on her from behind and knocked her out, and then the rest of them pounded her into the ground. She thought she was going to die. Broad daylight. Her husband saved her life, literally. He pulls up right when she's getting her head pounded, poor thing, and jumps out of the car and has to grab a bunch of kids and throw them. Kids. Cops grab them. Can't charge a 9-year-old, so they call mommy and daddy and took them away. Why am I telling you this? Because in that context, we can also tell you that there's a young man who's on the streets of downtown Pittsburgh right now. I've interviewed him several times. He's a historic figure. He has been arrested 300 times. He has been arrested more than any other person in Allegheny County history. I'm not exaggerating. He's a drug addict. He's an alcoholic. He's abusive. He steals. He punches people. He was arrested 2 days ago, and he's back on the streets today. He was arrested again today. 300 arrests, one man on the street right now, downtown. In that context, Herky Pollock, rich guy, very rich, opens restaurants like you open the newspaper in the morning. Fine, very successful. But likes to paint the rosiest picture of downtown, which, by the way, I would too. He won't come on this show because he can't handle the truth. We call it truth to power. But he spoke to Larry this morning. And are you ready with this? This is Herky Pollock, a big restaurant, big shot, rich guy, with Larry this morning. Listen.
Draft. I mean, the draft was a good benchmark for people to set to try to clean up the town, the county. But there's going to be a lot more permanence to the things that are being done, including Market Square, right?
Yeah, you missed an opportunity, though, Larry. You missed your have Pittsburgh read up for our visitors who are coming to Pittsburgh for the draft. So we're pretty excited about that. We're going to have almost 750,000 people or more coming to Pittsburgh for the draft and showcasing what we know Pittsburgh could be, which is fantastic. And the plans for downtown are just simply incredible right now. And the North Shore is going to be buzzing, and people from all over the world coming here, and TV cameras and radio and print and online. It's going to be very, very exciting for us.
Stakeholders are investing downtown. What's on the horizon?
Yeah, I have not been this excited for a very, very long time. With the new administration led by Mayor O'Connor and his team, Yaron Zober and Dan Gilman, there's a lot of activation going on downtown. There's every square inch of building that's not being active right now will be active in the future. I know they're looking at Smithfield Street and Penn Avenue and all the things to red Pittsburgh up and get development going. Mayor Gainey had a lot going on his plate, and I think the new administration, and also in conjunction with the Pittsburgh Downtown Partnership, is really looking at keeping Pittsburgh clean and safe, and new police on the streets. And there's so much development going on. They've touted the $600 million of new development that we know that's going on downtown. And you touched on Arts Landing and Market Square. There's also Point Park, but there's also a brand new Smithfield Street beautification project led by the federal government and spearheaded by the Pittsburgh Downtown Partnership and the city of Pittsburgh, which is going to add green space and lighting standards and benches and widening the street and all sorts, widening the sidewalks, all sorts of great things that are going to allow developers to take a better look at reimagining Smithfield Street. And I'm myself looking at doing some restaurants and development on Smithfield Street as well. So all these things that are in place to beautify downtown will have huge benefits in the next 3 to 5 years. And the draft was a great impetus for doing that. The governor's been a huge supporter on the Allegheny Conference and the city, and everyone's kind of rowing in the same direction to make Pittsburgh downtown survive and thrive. And we're in the middle of a renaissance. We're going to have 2 new hotels coming downtown and a lot of mixed-use development. I live downtown. I have restaurants downtown. I have my offices downtown, and I walk around, and I could not be more excited about what's going on.
That said, what are people you hear about the concerns of downtown and the safety? I assume there are
crazy. That's crazy. Yeah. So those who talk about the safety concerns of downtown and it's like a war zone, I don't think I've been downtown for very long. I mean, it's a very different environment than people talk about than those who live in the suburbs. The highest grossing restaurants are downtown. We have $16 million in steakhouse sales downtown. We have visitors galore, and the convention center and the cultural district are thriving right now. So the perception, we are often, as you know, Larry, our own worst enemy. So those who have concerns about downtown, come downtown and check it out. Walk around. We have a brand new imagined Market Square with a beautiful festival location, dead center, which for every year going forward, we're going to have 100 to 200 events a year led by the Pittsburgh Downtown Partnership. I overlook Arts Landing. It's gorgeous. The park, the park setting and the playgrounds and the stage and it's going to be fantastic for Pittsburgh, and that's going to segue over to the North Shore, where North Shore is being reimagined and the Warhol's expanding, and River Life is doing their part on the river to activate the rivers as well and grow the river. So there's so much going on that those isolated comments about safety downtown and cleanliness downtown are just the naysayers who don't want Pittsburgh to survive. And I would not be afraid to have my wife walk anywhere in downtown any time of day, or my daughters anywhere in downtown any time of day. And I feel really good about it. And the clean and safe crew for the Pittsburgh Downtown Partnership and the police force having their station right there in the middle of downtown Pittsburgh, I feel safe. And I certainly feel that those people who don't know downtown have comments, and there's some radio personalities, not you, Larry, who love to talk about downtown. And sure, it's an urban core, and there's going to be things we need to do to improve it. But right now, it's fantastic.
All right. We got a guy online on hold who has a different story to tell. The radio personality Herky was talking about is me. It's called Truth to Power. I'll meet him. I'll take him on a walk, and we'll go with Bob. How about that? And we'll go and meet Brian Clay, who's been arrested 300 times downtown for punching people, stealing things, breaking things, using drugs, selling drugs. 300 arrests. I'll take him on that walk. We'll be right back. Hey, it's easy for the rich guy. And I guarantee you this. His wife won't take the walk that I'm about to take. I promise you. From the P.J. Fitzpatrick Home Improvement Traffic Center, AAA Traffic, powered by Bowser. Ellen, what's up?
What's up, Marty? Is we have some minor delays related to the rush hour that are still around. Parkway East inbound, a little bit sluggish for you between Edgewood, Swissvale, and the Squirrel Hill tunnels. On the Green Tree Hill trek, as you're coming over the top of the hill, you're fine, but then you get into some slow-go stuff right around the Parkway Sun Wall on-ramp before the inbound Fort Pitt tunnels. Big heads up for your weekend. The Duquesne McKeesport Bridge is getting a closure. So 10 a.m. on Saturday. It's going to close round the clock through Tuesday afternoon, April 7th, as a major project kicks off there. Traffic will be detoured with a posted detour during that closure. Just wanted to give you that heads up. With AAA Traffic, I'm Ellen Gamble on 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Listen to KDKA Radio on the Odyssey, iHeartRadio, or TuneIn apps.
Cashback is not available on gas in New Jersey and Wisconsin.
Couponing. Wow, you didn't strike me as the coupon type. Just trying to stay ahead of inflation. Gas, groceries, everything. It's all more expensive. I need to save wherever I can.
Have you tried Upside yet?
Upside? What's that?
It's a free app that I use that pays cash back for every gallon of gas I buy. You've got to buy gas to get around anyway. Might as well get paid for it.
Come on, does that really add up to anything?
I've already made around $200. The extra cash helped pay down my bills, and I even had a little extra left to treat myself.
And the Upside app is free?
Totally free, and the cash back is real. You can transfer the cash right to your bank account.
I'm downloading Upside right now.
Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code BOOST to get an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank, to PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code BOOST for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code BOOST for a 25 cents per gallon bonus.
So we had the warm-a-thon. 2D Mechanical gave away to someone in need a $6,000 to $8,000 furnace free. And that's just the start of it. Bob 2D Mechanical, his people, and I've known Bob since high school, have given away 400 plus free furnaces. Folks, that's greatness. That's a company you want. That's a company you can trust. 412-771-4100, 2D Mechanical.
I'm Ultima Morgan. Every year, almost 30,000 babies in America are born with birth injuries. It's every parent's worst nightmare. If your child suffered a birth injury, please call our firm to find out if we can help.
Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
I know two women that both graduated from CCAC with nursing degrees have no debt. No debt. Folks, right now, CCAC is ready for spring semester classes. 130 different programs. My daughter's best friend transferred 2 full years of credits from CCAC with $2,000 in debt. That's it. Folks, it's the place to go for 130 programs. CCAC rocks. They get it. When it comes to building Pennsylvania's future, the laborers are on the job. From highways and bridges to schools, hospitals, energy projects, the men and women of the Pennsylvania Laborers District Council deliver the skilled work that keeps our communities moving forward. Joe LaQuatra is leading the charge to train the next generation, protect worker safety, and stand up for fair wages and benefits. When laborers build, Pennsylvania grows stronger. The Pennsylvania Laborers District Council, working hard every day. My people. My friends at NASCO Roofing take pride in exceeding customer expectations. James from Lower Borough was so happy with the roof work NASCO did in his home that he had them do his mother's roof as well. James loved NASCO's quality work and appreciated NASCO working with his insurance company to get everything approved. NASCO has satisfied thousands like James. Get NASCO on your roof. Call NASCO Roofing, 412-373-2000, 412-373-2000. Most jobs done in a day. Special financing available. NASCO Roofing, NASCO.
Pittsburgh's 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
Look, I'm a big boy. I have no interest in fighting with Herky Pollock. He's a rich guy. He's had great success. He's actually brilliant in the restaurant business. And he's that guy that runs the jeweler that shows you the diamond and says it's flawless, and it isn't. And so you take it to another jeweler, and they say, this diamond has flaws. It's a nice diamond, but it has flaws. He presents Pittsburgh as Oz, as Nirvana, but it isn't. And he suggests that people live in the suburbs, like myself, don't go downtown. Hell yeah, I go downtown. He suggests that we don't want Pittsburgh to succeed. That's a bald-faced, load of crap lie. What I see is the truth. What they see is, tell the world Pittsburgh's wonderful. Let me say this, Mr. Pollock. You are welcome on this show any day, anytime in the studio, and we will go at the truth. He has great restaurants, but he resents me because we tell the truth. Someone has to fix downtown Pittsburgh. The men and women urinating and crapping on the streets. The men and women beating the hell out of people. The Bryant Clay who's on the streets right now downtown, high as a kite, ready to punch someone in the face, who's been arrested and kicked to the streets downtown 300 times. And then there's Bob. Bob?
Hi, Marty.
You heard him. It irritated the hell out of you, didn't it?
Yeah, when I heard him talking about how beautiful and safe the city is, I got checked. I mean, we don't need to reiterate what happened to my wife. I don't know Herky. I never met him. And if he wants to open a dozen more restaurants in town, that's great. I wish him success, all the success in the world. But to say it's beautiful and safe, Marty, when I met you in town Wednesday for the interview, I wasn't in town 5 minutes and some drug addict come up to me and asked me for money right on Grant Street.
Yep. And why were we in town? Because teenagers nearly killed your wife, tried to beat the hell out of her, didn't they, sir?
Yeah.
A 9-year-old tried to knock your wife out downtown. Yes, sir?
Yes. And, this is a rhetorical question, but why are so many people, including public officials, denying what's going on? And you know what? I could care less about the idiots commenting on Facebook, right. But I saw several comments to the live stream saying, oh, that never happened. That didn't happen. Come on.
I found that so bizarre, and Patrick noticed it too, that people actually think that Bob's wife made up a story about getting her ass kicked downtown by groups of hoodlums.
To benefit you, Marty.
Huh?
To benefit you and your cause to get the city to be safer.
Right.
Yeah, that's exactly what I did, sure.
And what does your wife say about downtown? It's awful, and she's there every single day. Your wife is afraid to walk in broad daylight downtown, is she not, sir?
She didn't want to get out of bed this morning to go to work, Marty. She heard that same interview with Herky, and she said, what?
I love how they blame guys like me, like it's my fault we're telling the truth because we don't care about Pittsburgh. What do you say, sir?
We got the NFL draft coming up, and if you're going to beautify the city and make it safe for the draft, that's wonderful. Just keep it that way when the draft is over.
Is downtown safe, sir?
No.
When you pulled up on your wife to pick her up from work. What did you see happening?
So we're on the ground, face down, getting beat up by 5 kids.
Downtown Pittsburgh, broad daylight.
Yeah, and we say kids, and I know we keep talking about the 9-year-old that sucker punched her in the back of her head.
Jesus.
But the girl I picked up off of her was every bit as big as her.
And your wife sees the piles of crap in the drug addicts, does she not?
Yeah.
So this notion that downtown's wonderful and I'm a jerk, is that accurate, sir?
No.
No way. I challenge. I'll tell you what. By the way, that beating was 1 block from Herky's new restaurant. I'll meet him there. Bob will meet him there. His wife will meet him there. And we'll take a walk, won't we, Bob?
Yeah.
Thanks, brother. Thanks for your courage.
Marty, let me leave you with this one comment.
Please.
My favorite was the idiot on Facebook that said, "What, you can't take a 9-year-old girl? Get in shape, you fat ass."
Oh, my God. Someone said that?
Yeah, I mean, we're talking about a 55-year-old grandmother here, Marty.
My God.
Thanks for your attention to this, Marty.
Truth to power. Men like Herky Pollock who live in the glass tower, who drive with limos, who fly private, who live in mansions in the sky. Judging men like Bob, whose 55-year-old wife got her ass beat a block from his new restaurant. Mr. Pollock, I'll walk with you any day, sir. You and the mayor and the police chief. We'll take our own walk without your security people. We'll see how you feel then. A busload of women pulled up to the Fairmont Hotel on Sunday to go to an event and were attacked by 10 teens. We'll meet them too, Herky. We'll meet them too. Anytime you want, sir. Any day of the week, any place. Call me what you want, sir. I love this town, and I ain't going to stop talking till downtown is safe, sir.
$5,000. That's the average amount of money people in the U.S. are now spending on gas in a year. $5,000. That's crazy. If you drive, you have to download Upside, the free app that gives you cash back every time you get gas. That's right. You can earn real cash back with Upside just by buying the gas you're already buying. You can literally start earning cash back today.
I use Upside every time I fill up, and I've already made around $300.
You're putting gas in your car anyway. Why not get real cash back? If you like free money, download Upside.
I'm saving the cash I earn from using Upside to help pay for a vacation later this year.
Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code FRESH to get an extra 35 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank, PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code FRESH for a 35 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code FRESH for a 35 cents per gallon bonus.
Could not speak. Period. Excessive radiation and chemo to my throat ruined my throat. UPMC set up 2 doctors, 2 specialists. Therapy, voice therapy, breathing therapy, different steroids, different vitamins, different foods, different exercises. UPMC stepped in, and I'm back. UPMC, life-saving, life-changing information.
Enjoy Lamont Winter Dinner for 2 special, just $99. Reserve a table on Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays through March 26th for a complete prefix dinner for 2. Visit LamontPittsburgh.com to view the menu and make your reservations today.
Are you struggling with hearing loss? Do friends and family complain that your TV is too loud? Are you tired of asking people to repeat themselves? If you want to hear clearly again, but don't want a bulky hearing aid that makes you look old, you need to try Atom X by Audion Hearing. The Atom X is a life-changing breakthrough, precisely designed by top audio engineers, fits comfortably in your ear, is nearly invisible, and lets you adjust your sound so you can hear conversations clearly, at home, at dinner, or on the go. And right now, you can try the Atom X risk-free for 45 days. Call Audion Hearing now at 800-295-HEAR. That's HEAR for a 45-day risk-free home trial with free shipping and money-back guarantee. The Atom X is lightweight, rechargeable, practically invisible, and costs 90% less than prescription hearing aids. Don't miss out. Call 800-295-HEAR for complete details. That's 800-295-4327. Hearing for everyone. Audion here.
From the Aetna Medicare Studios.
Proud to be the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
34. It's overcast and breezy at 10:30. I'm Paul Rasmussen. Iran's new supreme leader, Mojtaba Khamenei, is issuing his first statement today.
Iran will not refrain from avenging the blood of its martyrs.
That message read by an Iranian TV presenter and translated by the BBC. The Ayatollah also said Iran would keep up its attacks on Gulf Arab neighbors and try to use the Strait of Hormuz as leverage against the United States and Israel. At least one person was taken to a hospital after a fiery crash in Allison Park. This collision happened around 7:30 a.m. in the northbound lanes of Route 8 near Duncan Avenue and Harts Run Road. The condition of the person taken to the hospital was not available, and it is also unknown if there were other injuries. Passengers at Arnold Palmer Regional Airport will soon enjoy an upgrade before their flights. News Radio KDKA's Tamira Rush explains.
The airport's $28 million terminal expansion is on track to open this summer, according to Executive Director Gabe Monzo.
We'll be ready to start in the brand new terminal building starting probably late summer, midsummer, late summer, something like that. So, we'll have lots of room, and it'll be much more comfortable than it was in the past 10 years. It has the potential of being something fantastic, that's for sure.
Monzo tells KDKA Radio the revamped terminal will include a new security checkpoint and a larger waiting area with about 200 seats at each gate. Tamira Rush, News Radio, KDKA.
On Wall Street, the Dow is down 688 points at 46,729. The Nasdaq down 358, and the S&P down 84 points. KDKA Radio News Time, 10:32. Our next update at 11 on the Voice of Pittsburgh. News Radio, KDKA.
Time now for today's Spotlight on Money, sponsored by Ethos.
More and more Americans admit to using AI to help them manage their money. Chris Stegg with eGroup in Chicago says some programs have specialized personal finance chatbots.
They train it a little narrowly, so they say you are a professional tax assistant. You're not a general purpose chatbot.
But they provide generic advice.
And it's not, at this juncture, really tuned into your portfolio.
I'm Rob Hart.
I'm Boomer Esiason. My mom died from cancer. She was only 37 years old. She didn't have life insurance, and that was devastating for my family. That's why having life insurance is so important to me. Ethos makes it fast and easy. Get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. You can get up to $3 million in coverage with no medical exam.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/life. That's ethos.com/life.
Hey, folks, it's Marty Griffin. You're going to get help here. What's stopping people from filing bankruptcy? My friend Harold Shepley has the answer.
So many times people, they want to pick up the phone. They know they need help, but they're afraid of losing their car, afraid of losing their house. They're worried about their credit, or they're just simply embarrassed. And bankruptcy helps you keep those things. We can get your credit back in just a few short months. And believe it or not, about half of your friends have already filed bankruptcy.
Check them out at ShepleyLaw.com. Hey, folks, March is the time, man. The time to look outside and say, I got to get new windows. And the place to go, Universal Windows Direct. Buy 2 windows, get 2 free, no limit. And check this out. 24 months, no payments, no interest. 2 years, $500 off when you start this home improvement project. Call Universal Windows Direct, 412-545-6003. 412-545-6003.
Progressive Insurance knows pets, and one of the biggest differences between people and pets is that we don't eat things off the floor. But dogs definitely will, and it makes them so happy, no matter what it looks like, smells like, or what state of decomposition it's in. We all want to go through life that carefree, and that's also why you should get Progressive Pet Insurance, because they eat things off the floor. So protect your pet from all the questionable life decisions they make. You know where they drink from when you're gone, right? Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Covered subject to policy terms and conditions.
Ah, the most beautiful time of year is upon us. Tax season. And Tax Slayer is here to help you file. we guarantee 100% accuracy and your maximum refund. Those are some good numbers. And you can trust me, because I'm a talking calculator. Did I mention TaxSlayer even has support from real U.S.-based humans? If you have any questions along the way, beat the rush and start for free today. TaxSlayer. File fearlessly.
From the PJ Fitzpatrick Home Improvement Traffic Center, AAA Traffic, powered by Bowser. My friend Ellen, what's up?
Cameras live over the area roads. Happy to report that the rush hour has receded nicely. You're still getting in line with a little bit of slow-go traffic on the Parkway West right around the runaway truck sand pile, but that's not too tough compared to earlier delays. Outbound toward the airport is a good commute. Parkway East and bound just has a minor slowdown by the Squirrel Hill tunnels. Just a reminder for you today, until about 3 p.m., you will have a single-lane restriction in both directions on Interstate 70 in Westmoreland County. This between exit 43 for Route 201 Fayette City and exit 46 for Route 51 I-70's interchange. This is in Ross Draper Township, all part of that big I-70 at Arnold City interchange project. With AAA Traffic, I'm Ellen Gamble on 100.1 FM at AM 1020 KDKA.
It's a fine day to be Irish at Oakmont Bakery. They got the patty. Have you had this? That green cake? Delicious. The leprechaun hat, obviously shaped like a leprechaun hat. Loki cupcakes. There's a fine mint chocolate chip cupcake at Oakmont Bakery. Shamrock cookies, cakes, and brownies. And the Lucky Guy, which gingerbread, man. It's absolutely delicious. Look, man, you know, I'm in. I'm a zealot. I'm a big, big, big time Oakmont Bakery fan where everything is delicious.
The KDKA AccuWeather forecast is brought to you by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred Roofing Replacement Contractor. Call 412-829-7711.
Breezy and quite chilly for the rest of today, but sun returns this afternoon, the high 42. It'll be clear for a while tonight before clouds move in late at night, though 32. Cloudy to partly sunny tomorrow and becoming quite windy, the high 57. For AccuWeather, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg, 100.1 FM and AM 1020, KDKA.
The KDKA radio text line is driven by Kenny Ross Auto Group. Find your best deal and Pittsburgh's best warranty at kennyross.com.
All right, here we go. It is a Thursday, and I'm with you. Colin Dunlap, 2 to 6, right here, KDK.
So those who talk about the safety concerns of downtown and it's like a war zone, I don't think I've been downtown for very long. I mean, it's a very different environment than people talk about than those who live in the suburbs. The highest grossing restaurants are downtown. We have $16 million in steakhouse sales downtown. We have visitors galore, and the convention center and the cultural district are thriving right now. So the perception, we are often, as you know, Larry, our own worst enemy. So those who have concerns about downtown,
I do.
Come downtown and check it out.
I'm downtown.
We have a brand new Imagine Market Square with a beautiful festival location, dead center, which for every year going forward, we're going to have 100 to 200 events a year led by the Pittsburgh Downtown Partnership. I overlook Arts Landing. It's gorgeous. The park, the park setting and the playgrounds and the stage and it's going to be fantastic for Pittsburgh, and that's going to segue over to the North Shore where North Shore is being reimagined and the Warhol's expanding and River Life is doing their part on the river to activate the rivers as well and grow the river. So there's so much going on that those isolated comments about safety downtown and cleanliness downtown are just the naysayers who don't want Pittsburgh to survive.
Hold on, stop right there. Stop right there. That's a lie. This is my town, buddy. My town. I'm down there with the people shooting up on the streets. I'm down there with people urinating and defecating. I have videos from this morning with people urinating on the streets. I'm there. Bob's wife was there, Herky. Brian Clay is there right now, Herky. Downtown right now, hammered and high, on the streets, scaring the hell out of people downtown. The folks in Market Square who own the historic coffee shop are scared to death about the teenage thugs downtown after school every damn day, Herky. Let's walk, man. Let's go, brother. Me and you and a camera. Let's go. We'll do it live. We'll go on our own tour. Strawberry Way, Smithfield Street, Market Square, right after school, sir. The war zone. To hell with this crap is that I don't care about downtown. This is my town. It's the fat guy who says his waist is still 34 because he buckles his pants by his ankles. It's that guy. It's the emperor wears no clothes. It's that guy. Herky, downtown's great. Herky, you're wonderful. Marty Griffin's an a-hole. Okay. Let's walk, man. Let's go. Let's do it. Fix it. Make it great. It's the guys who tell us the Steelers are a Super Bowl team. It's the guys who tell us the Pirates will be in the playoffs. Bull crap. All of it. Fix the problem. Hey, I'll be the first guy in line, cheering it on. Herky. He's afraid of me, which is even more ignorant. He's afraid to come on this show. He's afraid of the truth. He knows it. So he calls Larry, who I love. Mad Max. You tell me, sir.
So infuriating.
It is. Jump in here, Max.
I mean, to hear that, I mean, it just really pisses me off. Like, you want downtown to fail. That's hardly the case at all.
Hey, Max, there's no more prideful guy than you. There's no more man who cares more about this town than Max. Max has been fighting this war with the idiots who crap in the streets downtown for how many years, Max?
At least 6 now.
And all Max wants are public toilets. And 5 times a week, Max takes pictures or videos of people defecating or urinating on the streets in public. Yes, sir? Yes?
I sent you 2 yesterday as I was leaving work. It's ridiculous. It's every day.
And Max?
Every day.
Then there's our guy, Bryant Clay. Max, tell us about his recent plural arrests, sir.
So I don't know if you still get the updates like I do on your phone, but he was released Wednesday or Tuesday, and then not even 24 hours later, he's reincarcerated.
Again, for the 300th time at 300 arrests, Max.
Yeah, we got to be over 300 if we're not bumping up on it.
And where is he right now, Max? Downtown getting high. Yes, sir?
Yep.
Hang on, Max. Hang on.
Time now for an update from the KDKA Draft Information Desk, powered by Bowser Chevrolet.
The Pittsburgh Downtown Partnership recently hosted a meeting to update the preparations for the NFL Draft and also a little glimpse of the future for places like Market Square. The mayor, Corey O'Connor, and other leaders say the goal is transforming downtown into a mixed-use neighborhood. After the draft plans for Market Square, you might be asking, will they include a roller skating rink, more outdoor dining, and using the square as an event space? At the Draft Info Desk, I'm Paul Rasmussen.
Listen to The Marty Griffin Show on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts.
Don't delay in getting that plumbing repair done. Call Palucci Plumbing today for all of your plumbing needs. From trenchless sewer repair and waterline repairs and replacement, hot water tanks, sewer camera inspections, to Pittsburgh potty repairs, no job is too small for Palucci Plumbing. Owners Amy and Nick Palucci have been in business for 26 years, so give them a call for your next plumbing repair or replacement. Palucci Plumbing, 412-782-5050. That's 412-782-5050.
Are you struggling with hearing loss? Do friends and family complain that your TV is too loud? Are you tired of asking people to repeat themselves? If you want to hear clearly again, but don't want a bulky hearing aid that makes you look old, you need to try Atom X by Audion Hearing. The Atom X is a life-changing breakthrough, precisely designed by top audio engineers, fits comfortably in your ear, is nearly invisible, and lets you adjust your sound so you can hear conversations clearly, at home, at dinner, or on the go. And right now, you can try the Atom X risk-free for 45 days. Call Audion Hearing now at 800-295-HEAR. That's HEAR for a 45-day risk-free home trial with free shipping and money-back guarantee. The Atom X is lightweight, rechargeable, practically invisible, and costs 90% less than prescription hearing aids. Don't miss out. Call 800-295-HEAR for complete details. That's 800-295-4327. Hearing for everyone. Audion here.
100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA. Covered by JP Roofing and Siding. Pittsburgh's #1 platinum roofing company.
From the P.J. Fitzpatrick Home Improvement Traffic Center, AAA traffic powered by Bowser. Ellen, what was up?
What's up, Marty? It's pretty quiet around the remains of the commute, just minor delays as you are out and about. So we want to talk about where you're going to find major delays around a very busy bridge closure. This is happening at 10 a.m. Saturday. The McKeesport-Duquesne Bridge will close to traffic around the clock through Tuesday afternoon, April 7th, as crews do some prep work for a massive construction project on that bridge. There will be a posted detour during the closure, and the sidewalks on the bridge will remain open during the closure too. But then once they reopen the bridge on the 7th, a long-term traffic shift will be in place with a single lane of traffic in each direction on the structure as they continue work. With AAA Traffic, I'm Ellen Gamble on 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Pittsburgh is on the clock. Our comprehensive draft coverage is powered by Bowser Chevrolet. It's more than just the players. It's the vibe of the city. Where to go, what to do, we have you covered. It's presented by Target Freight Management and brought to you by your local AAA travel office and by Groundworks, formerly Baker's Waterproofing. On the voice of Pittsburgh, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Been 30 time, would have been 30, no, would have been 30, being 30, been 29. If that'll help, been 29,000.
Get ready to bid on the equipment you need in the Ritchie Brothers Northeast Regional event on March 25th and 26th. Inventory is housed at locations in Pittsburgh, Northeast Maryland, and North Franklin, Connecticut with in-person inspections available. Bid on a wide selection of construction and transportation equipment. Don't miss this great opportunity. Visit rbauction.com/Pittsburgh to sign up. Again, that's rbauction.com/Pittsburgh.
Take a break and come out with us tonight.
Not tonight, man.
Come on. You deserve a night out. You're going to miss out.
Miss out on what?
While you stayed home, they won big. They celebrated. They got this sweet, stayed up all night and made memories. And you weren't there. Some nights are too good to sit out. Rivers Casino. Don't miss the moment.
Hey, it's Marty. Are you tired of pain or fear of falling that's holding you back, struggling with balance, neuropathy, or joint pain? At Monroeville Physical, spelled F-Y-Z-I-C-A-L, physical therapy is done differently because you are different. Folks, this place is amazing. I've seen it firsthand. Shoulder pain, knee pain, balance issues. They attack it and work it, and it works. Call today. Monroeville Physical, F-Y-Z-I-C-A-L, 412-457-8200.
Hey, I'm Sam.
And I'm Calvin.
With Cousins Roofing, Siding, and Decks. You ever wait way too long for a haircut, then finally get one and think, why didn't I do that months ago?
Oh, yeah. Suddenly you're walking taller, smiling bigger, and feeling like a new person.
That's exactly what it feels like when you finally replace that old roof or deck. You don't realize how bad it looked or how much better it could be until it's done.
And when it is, your whole house feels fresh again.
Give your home that clean-cut confidence with a new deck, roof, or siding project.
Call the Cousins.
Call the Cousins.
Start to shake off winter and get a fresh start in a fresh new ride from Bowser Hyundai in Pleasant Hills. Right now at Bowser Hyundai, the #1 volume Hyundai dealer in Pittsburgh, fall in love with the SUV that's big on capability. The 2026 Hyundai Kona SE all-wheel drive. Lease it now for only $229 per month. Only at Bowser Hyundai. And don't forget, all new Hyundais come with Hyundai Assurance and are backed by America's best warranty, 10 years, 100,000 miles powertrain limited warranty. So don't wait. Get to BowserHyundai.com today before these savings melt like snow. Based on 2025 year-end and January 2026 sales results, tax, title, and fees not included. Dealer doc fee of $490 applies. 24 months, 7,500 miles per year, with $2,999 due at signing, with credit approval and financing through HMFC. Offer ends March 31st. BowserHyundai.com. Bowser Hyundai, Route 51 South, on top of the hill.
It's Marty Griffin on the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
This is
code assaulted a wife. I got one unit out talking to the suspect.
That's one. I could spend an hour and a half on this playing clips from downtown. This is downtown.
211. 211, go ahead. Shots fired. We're hearing shots fired. That's the one unit. Units to start to land off for shots fired. Again, units to start to. Shots are coming from the abandoned house on CS Way.
This is a shooting at outside of a restaurant. Oh, no, these are kids fighting downtown.
225th Avenue, Velazio's restaurant. There's a group of about 30 juveniles currently fighting in the street.
I'm not trying to be a jerk here, but this isn't Oz, man. I'm not making this isn't AI. So the notion that I don't take it personally. Herky Pollock saying I want Pittsburgh to fail is a bald-faced lie. It's just truth to power, man. We have two agendas. I chase the truth. He chases revenue and fancy restaurants, which is cool. His restaurants are badass. He's a fantastic restaurant guy. But he's afraid of me, which kind of scares me. And then there's Brian Clay. Brian Clay has been arrested more than 300 times. Hey, check it out. It's historic. And Patrick on the stream is running video with Brian. I've interviewed him. He has been arrested more than any man in Allegheny County history. And every time he gets out, he goes downtown, he gets hammered, he commits a crime, he goes back to jail. Which is a testament of two ridiculous scenarios. The downtown sucks and the justice system sucks. Right, Max? Right? An indictment of both. Right, Max?
You know, and to your point about, the restaurants and everything, it's a short-sighted economic strategy. To say Mark Downtown is thriving while ignoring public safety.
Right.
It avoids bad headlines for a while, but it prevents real solutions.
Right on. It's lipstick on a
pig.
pig.
And then the other thing, the credibility of saying everything's safe when everyone else of us is in the cheap seats while he's in the press box. Our experience is a little bit different in the cheap seats.
Well, Max, we live it. We smell it, actually.
That's what I'm saying.
We smell it. Tell this story, Hottie, to William and his son, who we found on the streets of downtown in a zombie state, high as a kite on fentanyl and xylazine. Tell that story, that downtown's fine. Go downtown right now and tell me the drug addicts passed out on the sidewalks are fine. This whole notion that I'm an idiot, I want Pittsburgh to fail, it hacks me off to no end, Max. And it hacks you off too, doesn't it?
Well, I've invited Peduto to go for a walk. I've invited Gainey to go for a walk. I haven't extended the same offer to Corey yet, but I've, said, let's go for a walk and I'll show you downtown. So same thing. Nobody takes up on the offer, so they don't want to see it.
This is downtown. And this is how we have to live every single day. And until somebody pays attention, it will continue. Mad Max, don't quit, brother. I'm not. And I know you're not, right?
No. Keep on keeping on, my man.
Brian Clay. Hey, find him if you can. I want to try and interview him again if you see him down there, okay?
You got it.
It's fascinating to me, the guys like Pollock, who make me the bad guy. Brian Clay, sir. The most arrested man in Allegheny County history. I'm not kidding. You should see the profile. It's volumes. And the notion that it's okay down there, unless you're the person that Brian Clay punched, or unless you're the business owner where he walked in, took sandwiches, punched someone and walked out, then it's fine. If you're Herky Pollock with private security in limoed cars, it's fine. I promise you right now, his beautiful wife and kids aren't walking around downtown at night by themselves. I promise you. And if they are, it's ignorant. It's ignorant because downtown is sketch. Tell the patrons of the Benedum who had to run from teenagers who robbed them and will never go back to the Benedum again, Herky. Fix the problem, pay the cops, put men on the beat, make downtown work. You can throw all the numbers you want about steakhouses, and that's fine. I'm glad they're doing well. I will scream to the high heavens, downtown is wonderful, if it is, but it's not. It's America's problem in progressive cities where they've allowed the creeps to creep in and take over and do whatever the hell they wanted. And now they can't get rid of them. They have no idea what to do, so they just lie and say downtown is fine. This is our town. We live in this town. And this crap that I don't know downtown because I live in the suburbs, Herky, you pick the corner, man. You pick the day. You pick the time. We'll take a walk. My walk. I'll show you what I see. And we'll bring Bob and his wife. His wife who had her head pounded downtown by teenagers who were laughing at her. One of them as young as 9 years old. No one arrested. No one charged. Mommy and daddy were called. And they were taken home. It's the frightening aspect of what happens in America now. We decide to let them do whatever the hell they want. Ask the folks who run the coffee shop in Market Square how safe downtown is. With craps games with teens, with folks being punched and robbed and kicked by teens. Ask them what they think of downtown. Tell them to take that walk with us. We can all do it. Together, Herky. How about that? I'm all in.
When the weather turns bad, turn to us for the best news, weather, and traffic information from the KDKA Radio Storm Center. Presented by Duquesne Light Company. Larger than light. And brought to you by Butler Transit Authority. Online and on the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
Here's your Jill on Money question of the day.
Ken from Texas asks, my mom and stepdad are in their early 70s. They both have children from previous marriages, but no children together. They wrote up a will at home, which divides everything up equally among all of the children. They believe this is enough. How do people in my situation deal with this as their parents age or pass away? Well, Ken, this is a tough one. It's worth reminding them that a will is a legal document. These documents should be prepared by a qualified estate attorney, especially with all the different parties that are involved.
Have a question? Go to JillOnMoney.com.
One thing is very clear.
CBS Mornings is clearly fun.
Watching Rocky with Rocky.
Good morning, good vibes.
Gail came in singing for me today. CBS Mornings.
Weekdays at 7.
The Village at St. Barnabas, the perfect place for mom.
So I'm in the neighborhood, and I see these massive trucks. Massive. Removing the biggest tree I've ever seen from someone's front lawn and doing it insanely well. Professional, trained, amazing expertise. You know it was Greater Pitt Tree Service. My man Carlos, the best in the business. Best price, best equipment, best training, best background. I'm serious. The best. Greater Pitt Tree Service. 412-884-TREE, 412-884-8733.
This is Joe Cordell of Cordell & Cordell. Cordell & Cordell is the largest family law firm in the country with over 35 years of helping clients navigate divorce. If you or someone you care about is facing a family law issue, let us set up a 1-hour Cordell Consult. The Cordell Consult is a meeting with a local attorney who will give you clear guidance about your options, whether it's a separation, a postnuptial agreement, divorce, or custody. CordellCordell.com.
Pittsburgh and Cranberry Township. Joseph Cordell, licensed in Missouri and Illinois only.
I built this business the old-fashioned way. Hard work and a whole lot of spreadsheets.
Yeah, about that, I upgraded us to Odoo. Odoo puts everything we need, sales, inventory, accounting, on one connected platform. No more juggling systems, no more headaches.
So it all works together?
Exactly.
Odoo is the all-in-one business software that makes running and passing on a business easier than ever. Take your business into the next generation. Try Odoo free at odoo.com. That's ODOO.com.
This is the story of the one.
As a maintenance tech at a university, he knows ordering from multiple suppliers takes time away from keeping their arena up and running. That's why he counts on Grainger to get everything he needs, from lighting and HVAC parts to plumbing supplies, all in one place. And with fast, dependable delivery, he's stocked and ready for the next tip-off. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
KDKA and KDKA FM HD2 Pittsburgh. W261AX Pittsburgh.
Always live on the free Odyssey app. From the Aetna Medicare studios.
Proud to be the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
34 and mostly cloudy at 11 o'clock. I'm Paul Rasmussen. New developments in the war with Iran this morning. CBS's Steve Kathan has the latest.
On Iran State TV, a message from the country's new supreme leader.
Most importantly for those oil prices is that he has called for the Strait of Hormuz to stay closed.
He vowed to keep on attacking some of Iran's neighbors. Iran did hit 2 oil tankers off the coast of Iraq. CBS's Aaron Navarro at the White House.
The price for a standard barrel of oil jumped overnight and is still close to $100 this morning. So that's something the administration is going to be watching closely, especially after this decision in regards to the Strategic Petroleum Reserve.
The U.S. moving to release 172 million barrels of oil from the reserve. I'm Steve Kathan.
Pittsburgh's budget troubles are not over, and Mayor Corey O'Connor wants to cut spending to close the gap. With that story, News Radio KDKA's Tamira Rush.
The mayor is reopening the city budget to tackle a continuing deficit and prevent layoffs or further tax increases. Despite last year's 20% property tax hike, which added about $27 million in revenue, city officials say shortfalls remain, citing underfunded retiree benefits and other costs from the previous administration. City Controller Rachel Heisler warns the city finished last year with an $8 million deficit rather than the expected surplus, highlighting the need for careful cost management while also promoting long-term economic growth. A news conference on Mayor O'Connor's next steps is set for later today. Tamira Rush, News Radio, KDKA.
A Penn Hills mother is facing aggravated assault and other charges in the death of her 3-year-old son. Devin Goodson was taken to a hospital when 911 was notified he wasn't breathing on Wednesday afternoon. Hospital staff told detectives the boy showed obvious signs of physical abuse, including multiple healing and active bone fractures. Witnesses told investigators 23-year-old Lagomau Malu physically abused the child on multiple occasions. The father, 32-year-old Adam Chirico, is also charged with endangerment in the case. Police say a McKeesport woman who speeded through a stop sign and hit another vehicle, killing the driver, had alcohol and marijuana in her system at the time. 33-year-old Brittany McPherson was charged Wednesday with homicide by vehicle while driving under the influence and other offenses. 69-year-old Donna DeFrancis was killed in the 2-vehicle collision at the intersection of 24th and Rockwood Streets in McKeesport. United States Steel has purchased a building in Braddock for just under $9 million. The Pittsburgh Business Times report says it is the former Fifth Season Robotics startup on Talbot Avenue. That 58,000-square-foot indoor farming facility was built in 2020. U.S. Steel owns the neighboring property Edgar Thompson Works. On Wall Street, the Dow is down 625 points at 46,792. The Nasdaq is down 395 points, and the S&P is down 86. KDKA Sports, Duquesne plays Rhode Island in the Atlantic 10 tournament. That's tonight at 5. The Pirates and Braves are on KDKA Radio tonight. Listen to the game at 6. And the Penguins road trip continues in Las Vegas, a late game that starts at 10 p.m. The news is brought to you by P.J. Fitzpatrick. 45 years of experience and thousands of 5-star reviews. Trust PJ.com. KDKA Radio News Time 11:04. 34 and cloudy in Pittsburgh. AAA traffic and AccuWeather next.
SchultzFord.com. 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 Schultz Ford.
StPartners.com.
Honey, I found the perfect place for my parents and us.
Where?
St. Barnabas. For us, the Woodlands Carriage Home Community. And for my parents, condominium-style living at the Village. My folks will love the Village. There's an indoor mall with shops, restaurants, and more. And we can relax, knowing they're safe and secure.
That's what I plan to do when we move to St. Barnabas. Relax.
Call 724-444-5568 or visit stbarnabascommunities.com.
From the PJ Fitzpatrick Home Improvement Traffic Center, AAA Traffic powered by Bowser. Ellen, what's up?
What's up, Marty? Is the rush hour has receded fully, and we just have minor delays out there, so it gives us a chance to dive into the ever-growing file for construction projects throughout the region as spring moves on. Today until 3 p.m., heads up in Ross Draver Township, Westmoreland County for single-lane restrictions in both directions on Interstate 70 between exit 43, that's the Fayette City exit, and exit 46 for Route 51 I-70's interchange. Crews are doing some preparations for the bridge for future deck placement, and the project will also continue for you into Monday and Tuesday of next week. With AAA Traffic, I'm Ellen Gamble on 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Do you owe back taxes or have unfiled tax returns? The IRS won't quit until they get your money. Here's great news, fresh from those in the know. Major changes have happened at the IRS. If you owe more than $10,000, you may be eligible for a 99% reduction of what you owe. Haven't filed a return for a while? Their happy clients are talking.
The IRS was going to levy my bank account, but Guardian was able to prevent that and fix all my IRS issues. Thanks again, Guardian Tax.
Need relief from crushing tax debt? The IRS now has special programs. Guardian Tax knows all about them. Personal or business, this is the fresh new brick you've been hoping for.
We aren't the company you call when you need a hug because you're scared of the IRS. Guardian Tax is the company that wins when you need it most.
Guardian Tax Service is really great to work with. They really help me out. I'd recommend them highly.
Call now for a free confidential consultation. 800-499-6623. 800-499-6623. 800-499-6623.
Hey, folks, have you seen those ads that talk about how you can own it, not owe it at CCAC? Well, it's so true. You can own an education that will get you a good job, and you won't owe a ton of money. 81% of CCAC students graduate debt-free. And if you want to go to a four-year school, you can save thousands by spending your first 2 years at CCAC. Hey, it's time. Check out the programs and this month's scheduled open house events at CDU. CCAC rocks.
The KDKA AccuWeather forecast is brought to you by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred roofing replacement contractor.
Cloud late, though 32. Tomorrow, cloudy to at times partly sunny, becoming windy, high 57. For AccuWeather, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
A trial is 99% preparation, and nobody prepares better than us. Get the good guys, Goodrich and Geist.
Have an issue in your community? Talk about it now with Marty Griffin. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
I spent a bunch of time on the phone last night and early this morning with the teachers who love teaching, who have made a difference in their lives, who have spent collectively a couple hundred years teaching. One of the teachers has been a Pittsburgh public school teacher for 30 years. They want to quit. They want to sue. They want to fight. They want to yell. I tell you what, this situation at Pittsburgh Public Schools is out of control. And what's happened is, what they've done is they've kind of circled the wagons internally so they don't want information to get out. And they don't want you to know about massive fights and teachers being beaten, and hurt badly by students. It's horrible. And I'm on the phone with a bunch of them, and like, one of the women said, "So I sue the kids' parents who try to kill me? Okay, they'll give me $20. I said, what about the district? They don't care. What about the union? They can't help us. And these are really good teachers. And it's stuff like this. I got to tell you this stuff about this incident that happened yesterday. It's unbelievable. And it's stuff like this that's happening daily. Ask the teachers. And it never comes out because they're hiding it. Listen. So the 50 students on a bus, Pittsburgh public school bus, beating the hell out of each other, headed to a troubled school. That'll have a good outcome. And then there's this insane scenario from yesterday. This is unbelievable. So we broke this story yesterday, but I got more. This was Oliver. They changed the name, but it's the same mayhem. I'm telling you, man, you can't believe it. I'm sitting there listening to these teachers thinking, damn. And they're trying to teach. And kids are trying to learn. Oh. It's now called, the kid was kicked out of several schools. I have his name. He's a middle school kid. He's a monster, according to teachers. It was Oliver. Now it's called Pittsburgh Bridges, but it's mayhem. So this kid went berserk. But let me tell you what happened. And this is from eyewitnesses, the teachers whose cars got abused. He was beating someone up. They are so afraid of this student. Think about it. He's a middle school kid. Folks, they locked him out of the school. Locked him out. Can you imagine? I said, is he dangerous? The teacher laughed. Dangerous? Marty's going to kill someone. He's a felon. I said, what do you mean they locked him out? She said, he started to beat up a teacher. They pushed him outside, and they locked him out of the building. Can you imagine? What's the plan? So they will not call 911. They will not call Pittsburgh cops, because guess what they'll do? Their job. So he spent 20 minutes destroying cars in the teacher's parking lot. Damn. Patrick, the car you have right up now, you called this yesterday. What kind of car is that? Because you called it, because I spoke to the teachers.
Yeah, it's a BMW X4.
X4. This woman loves this car. And the damage is what?
She's probably worked a very long time to afford that car, too.
Just the windshield was $600. Just the windshield.
The damage around the window and all that, when I looked it up, I mean, maybe it's $600 with her insurance, yep. But that could be $2,000 to $3,000.
$3,000.
Yeah.
And you know that brick? We have pictures of the brick he used to break all the windows in the cars. He used that brick to etch the F-bomb in the doors of the cars. Hey, folks, think of how long it took. It took him 20 minutes. So for 20 minutes, by the way, this kid's been kicked out of every friggin' school in the district. He's a friggin' criminal. 20 minutes. He destroyed 7 cars. The teacher said, what the hell are you going to do to the district? They gave her $70. $70. One of the cars he destroyed, the teacher had just paid it off and dropped her insurance. So now she's on her own. I asked them, how did the district respond? They said, when you park in that lot, you take responsibility for your car. So wait. So a teacher parks their car in a faculty parking lot in a Pittsburgh school, and it's their fault. This kid, finally the Pittsburgh Public School Police get there. They get there. They grab the kid. They don't take him to jail. His mommy comes and starts screaming that they mishandled her kid. He's a felon, lady. How do I know this? His probation officer showed up. So imagine this scenario for anyone out there who has kids in school. We got that one kid in the class who beats up teachers and destroyed 7 cars and is a felon. Oh, okay. This is daily life in the Pittsburgh public school system. Is it not, Ralph?
It is, and it's disgusting. And you know what, Marty? I'm ashamed to be an alum. Because you know what? I went to a Pittsburgh public school, and when I went to school there, none of this happened. All right? And it's really sad about how bad this school district is. Number 2, when I was with the Allegheny County Transit Council, Marty, I stepped away. I went and I told PRT to please stop having these kids on these buses because they cause problems. get on Pittsburgh Public Schools to put them on school buses so that way they don't give people a hard time. I was on several buses when I used to take the transit bus all the time to get around with these kids on there, and they are terrible.
Hey, Ralph, how about the kid is so dangerous they locked him out of the school, Ralph?
They locked him out of the school, but nobody put him in jail.
Nope.
Nobody sent him home to his parents. Nobody
mommy.
got on the parents. This is a same pattern that goes on in the city of Pittsburgh. And here's what you get from everybody. We can't do that.
You know what, Ralph? It's as if you were in the room, because that's what the teachers are told. We're trying to help these kids. Help them.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, you want to help the kid, that's fine. But you know what? We need to start hauling these parents to the carpet for some of this stuff.
Hey, the Pittsburgh cops were sent away. Don't intervene. They were stay away from this. Why, Ralph?
Another thing too, Marty. I had some kids that were in my church that went to school when Wayne Walters was principal, and they talked highly about him when he got that job.
He's a nice guy.
And now, forget it.
It's the worst of the worst
It is.
of the worst.
It is, and we've had some bad.
We'll be right back. We're on the BJ Fitzpatrick Home Improvement Traffic Center, AAA Traffic, powered by Bowser. My friend Ellen, what's up?
What's up, Marty? Things are rolling pretty well out there as you try to make your way to your favorite tunnels. Parkway East on the inbound commute is just a little bit slow before the inbound Squirrel Hill tunnels. Parkway West, same kind of story. You're just stepping on the brakes a little bit between that Banksville on-ramp and the inbound Fort Pitt tunnels. Outbound toward the airport looks pretty good. We are getting reports right now of a traffic collision in the city of Pittsburgh on Dinwiddie Street at the intersection with Cole Street. So do watch out for crews who are headed to the scene of that particular traffic trouble. With AAA Traffic, I'm Ellen Gamble on 100.1 FM at AM 1020 KDKA.
Listen to KDKA Radio on the Odyssey, iHeartRadio, or TuneIn apps.
I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg with your Lowe's weekend weather update. In Pittsburgh, partly sunny Saturday, the high 48, rather cloudy Sunday, breezy and warmer, a chance for a thunderstorm in the afternoon, high 70. Shop at Lowe's and get up to 35% off and next day delivery on hundreds of major appliances. Valid through 3/18 while supplies last. Selection varies by location. Order by 4 p.m. Available Monday through Saturday. Subject to availability. Fees, exclusions, and restrictions apply. See Lowe's.com/appliance delivery for more details.
Pump up the volume.
Business moves fast. Orders roll in, deadlines close in. When you ship with USPS Ground Advantage, you can keep up with confidence. Every package stays in our secure network from dock to door. And with nationwide reach, dependable tracking, and upfront affordable pricing, you get built-in peace of mind. You run the business. We run the routes. Visit USPS.com/Ground Advantage to learn more.
So we had the warmathon. 2D Mechanical gave away to someone in need a $6,000 to $8,000 furnace free. And that's just the start of it. Bob 2D Mechanical, his people, and I've known Bob since high school, have given away 400 plus free furnaces. Folks, that's greatness. That's a company you want. That's a company you can trust. 412-771-4100, 2D Mechanical.
Embark on an unforgettable journey through Japan and South Korea with AAA, April 3rd through the 12th, 2027. Sail 9 incredible nights aboard the boutique luxury ship Azamara Pursuit. Enjoy immersive overnights and extended time in port. Experience samurai towns, bonsai gardens, and incredible cuisine. Relax with fine dining, premium beverages, and shipboard gratuities included. Club veranda staterooms start at $4,569 per person, double occupancy. Visit your local AAA branch or call 1-800-354-8761 today.
Hey, folks, you're in luck as my friends at Coit are holding an amazing St. Patrick's Day special to get your home Coit clean this spring. Save 35% off all Coit cleaning services, carpets, rugs, drapes, upholstery, and more. Coit did an amazing job in my home. They'll do the same with yours. Call Coit today and save 35%. 1-800-FOR-COIT. 1-800-FOR-COIT. Get your home cleaned by the best. Coit, Pittsburgh's premier cleaning service since 1972. I love them.
With Aetna, I always get a quick answer, and I don't have to search on the internet. They go above and beyond to help me with whatever I need.
Those words from a real Aetna Medicare Advantage member speak to why U.S. News & World Report named us a best Medicare Advantage company. Because we show up on calls with members and doctor's offices when requested. We show up with access to convenient care options. We show up for you. Because that's how healthier happens together. Member feedback has been edited for length and clarity.
If you or someone you know suffered any injuries involving a deployed airbag, you could be entitled to compensation. Morgan & Morgan has already recovered millions. Get America's largest injury law firm fighting for you.
Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Hear about it. Then talk about it. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
Patrick, what's this guy from Chicago saying? I love this stuff. Go ahead.
There we go. Chicago Creed on Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Marty, you talk about when you were a kid in a stolen car and you tell your stories of gang fights.
Yeah.
Maybe this kid will turn around and be a talk show host someday.
Maybe.
Give him a break. He's just a kid who needs a little guidance.
He's had like 60 breaks. And I understand my past. But here's the difference. My parents got it. My father grabbed me by the neck and said, "You're an a-hole." My mother and father sat me down and said, "This process ends." I was punished. I changed. This young man is in middle school, has been kicked out of every single special needs disciplinary action school in the district. None of the private schools will take him. He's a friggin' felon. In middle school, he destroyed 7 cars. He punched out teachers. He has thrown teachers downstairs. How about that? Maybe you're being cynical, maybe. But if you think he needs a second chance, give me an address. I'd love you to babysit him for a few days. Sir, he's so bad, they locked him out of the friggin' school. Think of that scenario. No, really, in your mind, you're thinking, you're a parent or a grandparent, you're listening to the show, you're thinking, I got my kids in those schools. Yeah. Think of your daughter or son is thinking, I can't live like this. The kid started beating up teachers in the morning. And he's so violent, they locked him out of the building. And they let him destroy 7 cars for 20 minutes. And they refused to call 911 because they don't want the public to know the truth. Sir, if you're joking, ha-ha. But this scenario isn't funny because that kid is hanging with the same kids who shot a drug addict who had passed out in the doorway of a building in the face several times with pellet guns. How do I know this? I have pictures of it. They stood over him and laughed. He died. They went back to school the next day in the halls, joking about what they did to the drug addict. Sir, I wasn't that, and I'm not that. And that is a miserable, endless sewer of grime and corruption. You know, the school district has wonderful teachers, and the superintendent's a hell of a nice guy. Okay. But folks, when I have teachers on the phone literally telling me I want to sue that kid's parents, but I'll get $20, I swear. The one woman has $3,000 damage to her car. You know what the district said? You shouldn't have parked there. You know what the district did? They gave her $100 towards the $3,000. Complete lack of respect. And I'll tell you what they're doing. Someone's going to get killed. Someone. Someone's going to beat someone. Someone's going to bang someone's head. And someone's going to get hurt bad. I know teachers right now who sent me notes this morning, said, I'm not getting involved in any more of these fights because my back hurts and I screwed up my shoulder. I am not getting in on these fights anymore. I find it frightening that wonderful teachers. I had a teacher this morning on the phone. It was early and was crying. And she's like, I can't take anymore. I love teaching. But she said, Marty, that kid's a criminal. That kid needs to be in prison. Marty, she said, we have no therapist in the school. We have no one to help him. Check this out. She said that the vice president of Oliver locked himself in his office. Because I hate to even start laughing. The vice president. The vice principal of Oliver, same school, they just changed the names, was so afraid of this kid that he locked himself in his office. Let me help you with something. You can't do that. If you surrender to a kid, you're done. So now every other kid knows, damn, we own this joint. And folks, you would think that this is some sort of Netflix documentary, The Blackboard Jungle 2.0. No, this is Pittsburgh Public Schools. And in 2 days, we had a 13-year-old autistic girl getting her ass kicked on a bus. We had it on video, Pittsburgh Public Schools. We had 50 to 60 kids beating the hell out of each other on a bus, Pittsburgh Public Schools. And we had a middle school kid who they locked out. He was so violent, and they let him run amok and destroy property for 20 to 30 minutes. And he wasn't arrested. You know why? I was told they think they can help him. Help him what? Help him what? What is his incentive to be a good kid? His mom came to school and raised hell and said, how dare you pick on my son? As she looked around a parking lot where he had done $3,000 in damage. And how about the teacher, they destroyed her car, $3,000 in damage, and she asked the district what they were going to do, and they said, you shouldn't have parked there. It's your responsibility. Folks, that's a problem. That's a really, really, really bad problem. We'll be right back.
Hey, Joy. Oh, you are glowing.
Oh, hey. More like Mirajoyed. That Miralax helped me go. I was so backed up. Tried mega coffees, prune juice, everything. Then Miralax. And hello, gentle relief without the harsh side effects.
Ooh, how does it work?
It works naturally with the water in your body for constipation relief. Find Miralax today at your local retailer.
Use as directed for occasional constipation.
Do you owe $10,000 or more to the IRS like Mark?
I've been doing home remodeling for 30 plus years, but the economy crashed. I wound up losing my home, losing my job, and on top of that, owing the IRS a ton of money. I owed the IRS $114,000. It really, truly was the worst part of my life.
Then Mark found tax relief advocates.
On news radio, I heard about TRA, and I thought, what's the worst that could happen? So I picked up the phone and I called them. When it was all said and done, TRA settled my $114,000 debt for $100, and I'm telling you, I was ecstatic. Could not believe it. Would recommend TRA to anyone.
If you owe 10 or even hundreds of thousands of dollars to the IRS, don't lose hope. Do what Mark did and call TRA for a consultation.
But TRA did. They gave me a second chance, and I'm forever grateful.
Visit TRA.com or call 800-491-9914. 800-491-9914. That's 800-491-9914.
A Social Security update. 70 million Americans collect Social Security benefits today, and millions more will join soon. Now, a new study finds 70% of Americans don't get the full benefits they deserve. But recipients can use simple strategies to boost Social Security benefits by as much as $188,000 over a lifetime. Social Security expert Michael Allen says it's true and reveals 5 key strategies to increase your benefits. It's all in his free special report. Newsmax calls the report your best guide for bigger Social Security benefits. Whether you're getting benefits or soon will, you need the Social Security report. Get it free. Call 800-999-9690. 800-999-9690. We'll text it to you right away, along with President Trump's act cutting your Social Security taxes. Call now, 800-999-9690. 800-999-9690. Text and data rates may apply.
Larry Richard with Andy Amrine from EV True Value to talk about Sniper.
Sniper, that's your hospital-grade disinfectant, Larry. And yes, it's germ season. You need that bottle of Sniper, whether you want the travel size bottle that's TSA approved. You could put it in your purse, put it in your travel bag, take it with you. Or we got the quarts or the gallons for that big job on it. It's your true hospital-grade disinfectant, kills all germs.
Safe around kids and pets. Go to disinfectwithsniper.com or available at participating True Value hardware stores.
From the Aetna Medicare studios.
Proud to be the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
34 and mostly cloudy at 11:30. I'm Paul Rasmussen. Iran's new supreme leader has issued his first statement.
Iran will not refrain from avenging the blood of its martyrs.
Mojtaba Khamenei's message was read by an Iranian TV presenter and translated by the BBC. The Ayatollah also said Iran would keep up its attacks on its Gulf Arab neighbors and try to use the Strait of Hormuz as leverage against the United States and Israel. At least one person was taken to the hospital after a fiery crash this morning in Allison Park. This collision happened around 7:30 a.m. in the northbound lanes of Route 8 near Duncan Avenue and Harts Run Road. The condition of the person taken to the hospital was not available. It is unknown if there were other injuries. Aspinwall's mayor is facing criticism after being censured by Borough Council for recording a private meeting without consent. Here's News Radio KDKA's Tamira Rush.
Aspinwall Council voted 5-1 Wednesday to censure Mayor Scott Zimmerman and request his resignation after accusing him of secretly recording a private meeting with borough officials on February 16th. The resolution says the recording made on an iPhone without consent could violate Pennsylvania's wiretapping law. Zimmerman apologized during the meeting, saying he deleted the recording and will work to rebuild trust while continuing to serve. The censure does not remove him from office or limit his authority. Tamira Rush, News Radio, KDKA.
Newcastle police are asking residents and business owners to register their security cameras. The department's camera registry program is voluntary. It allows police to quickly find cameras that may have video of a crime. Registering does not allow police to access cameras in real time, and a resident or business can choose whether or not to provide video. About a dozen signups so far in Newcastle. On Wall Street at this hour, the Dow is down 636 points at 46,781. The Nasdaq down 362, and the S&P is down 82 points. KDKA Radio News Time, 11:32. Our next update at noon on the Voice of Pittsburgh News Radio, KDKA.
Hey, it's Andrew Filippone for my guys at Comer & Cross. With warmer weather, right now is the right time to call Comer & Cross at 1-800-NEW-FLOOR. Before that schedule fills up, your new Comer & Cross garage floor will transform your garage in just one day. And take it from me, you will love it. Comer & Cross makes it so simple. They take all the stuff out of the garage for you. They can even make it secure on site. They'll fix your cracks and pits in your garage perfectly. And one day, you're driving on your gleaming new Comer & Cross garage floor. It is an incredible experience. So take advantage of Comer & Cross's great offer right now, the gold standard, a garage floor that's never going to chip, crack, or show tire lift like epoxy or paint ever again. And these are pros, not subcontractors. So call Comer & Cross for your free, quick, and easy estimate before that schedule fills up. Call 1-800-NEW-FLOOR or just say, hey, Siri, call 1-800-NEW-FLOOR to speak to them. Or go to COMERcross.com.
$5,000. That's the average amount of money people in the U.S. are now spending on gas in a year. $5,000. That's crazy. If you drive, you have to download Upside, the free app that gives you cash back every time you get gas. That's right. You can earn real cash back with Upside just by buying the gas you're already buying. You can literally start earning cash back today.
I use Upside every time I fill up, and I've already made around $200-$300.
You're putting gas in your car anyway. Why not get real cash back? If you like free money, download Upside.
I'm saving the cash I earn from using Upside to help pay for a vacation later this year.
Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code FRESH to get an extra 35 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank, PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code FRESH for a 35 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code FRESH for a 35 cents per gallon bonus.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance tech at a university, he knows ordering from multiple suppliers takes time away from keeping their arena up and running. That's why he counts on Grainger to get everything he needs, from lighting and HVAC parts to plumbing supplies, all in one place. And with fast, dependable delivery, he's stocked and ready for the next tip-off. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
We're on the P.J. Fitzpatrick Home Improvement Traffic Center, AAA traffic powered by Bowser. My friend Ellen, what's up?
What's up, Marty? It's pretty quiet out there as the roads continue to roll along nicely as we head toward the noontime hour. Parkway West on the inbound has a little bit of sluggish traffic after you crest the top of the hill, but then after that you start to move a little bit better all the way down to and through those Fort Pitt tunnels. We noticed you are seeing some delays as you try to get up onto the outbound lower deck of the Fort Pitt Bridge. Everything's moving just fine, but at times you're sluggish, especially coming from the Parkway East 376 side of things headed toward that outbound lower bridge deck. Parkway East inbound and outbound, just a minor delay for you by the Squirrel Hill tunnels. 28 is rolling well, as is the Parkway North. With AAA traffic, I'm Ellen Gamble on 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
The KDKA AccuWeather forecast is brought to you by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred Roofing Replacement Contractor. Call 412-829-7711.
Clouds will give way to sunshine this afternoon. It'll be breezy and quite chilly with a high of 42. Clear for a while tonight, then clouds increase after midnight, though 32. Cloudy to at times partly sunny tomorrow and becoming windy, the high 57. For AccuWeather, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Amazon Business empowers leaders with smart business buying tools, leaving time to focus on strategy and growth. Free up your teams and focus on your future at AmazonBusiness.com.
The KDKA radio text line is driven by Kenny Ross Auto Group. Find your best deal and Pittsburgh's best warranty at KennyRoss.com.
All right, here we go. It is a Thursday, and I'm with you. Colin Dunlap, 2 to 6, right here, KDK.
Man, the fact is that it's so broken that they can't fix it, the Pittsburgh Public School System, so that they don't. They just think they'll just hide from it. And they think they'll just ignore it, and then hopefully no one will find out, and then no one will report it, and they'll leave it alone. You can't ignore this. So I mentioned in the break that in Oliver, the vice principal had locked himself in the office. A judge sent me a note. He said, hey, man. He said, let's be real here, Marty. This comes from a judge. He said, I've had these cases. He said, I had a vice principal. This is crazy, Patrick, who allowed a student to punch him continuously in the face. This is from a judge. Wow. I said, why didn't you protect yourself? He told me the policy is protect yourself and retreat to your office. Wow. Wow. I said, what does that mean, protect yourself? He said, they are told in the Pittsburgh Public School System to place your hands on your face and retreat to your office. Damn. Damn. Okay, there's Andy Sheehan. I'll grab him. Mr. Sheehan, how are you, sir?
Good. How you doing?
Wow. I saw your piece about What the? I hate to laugh, and I know it's just nervous laughter, but what the hell's this guy doing stealing baseball cards, Sheehan? Huh?
I really don't know.
Tell us what happened.
You know,
please. It's amazing.
Well, this is a Reverend. He's the dean of the Trinity Episcopal Cathedral downtown. You know, there's across from the Duquesne Club. Beautiful cathedral, and so he's the dean. So he heads that cathedral, which is sort of the mother church of the Episcopal Diocese of Pittsburgh. And apparently he had been on administrative leave. I guess he had gone south of the leadership in the church back in January, and may have been on leave prior to that as well. So he'd been not working, not attached to the church. And then in what would be like a week and a half, 2 weeks ago, he apparently started going into the Walmart in Economy Borough and lifting baseball cards, huge amounts of baseball cards from the store.
5 days in a row, Sheehan. Huh?
5 days in a row, right. So he goes in, he was picked up at the end of 5 days by the Economy Borough Police and Walmart security, walking past the cash registers with $250 worth of baseball cards.
What the hell, man?
But they went back on the security cameras, and for 5 days before that, he would go in, steal like $200 worth of baseball cards, and leave. And did this for 5 days, and then finally they caught up with him, and he was arrested, and basically they threw the book at him. He spent a night in jail. Had to post $50,000 bond. But I contacted the church. Talked to some people downtown. They don't know. I mean, whether he just has sort of gone south mentally or what was going on. But they're grieving his loss, and they're following. Said the bishop says that they're following some protocols for clergy misconduct. He's got a hearing later on this month, and we'll see what happens. But he gave no explanation to police, and just not clear. I mean, there's some people that have this sort of condition. They're, kleptomaniacs.
I found this out. By the way, to your point, and this is why I love Andy so much. Without getting personal, I found this out recently about a very good friend, and what you're saying is spot on. They can't control it.
Some people have a compulsion to do it. It's not out of need. Maybe it's a thrill thing. But it's like an addiction, and they can't help it.
He's a young guy.
We don't know.
Young guy, 42 years old.
Yeah, about 42 years old, right?
Wow.
Good-looking guy. I mean, people said that he was very, very personable. Good on the pulpit. Aiden Smith.
And so people know, people always think they're Catholic. This is not a Catholic priest. So we're clear about this.
No, he's the dean. He's a reverend and priest. Episcopal Church. As the dean, he runs that cathedral.
And how far is that from the church? That's quite a ways. I mean, he had to travel a distance.
Well, he lived in Ambridge.
Oh, okay.
He's married, has kids.
Wow.
So kind of crazy.
Wow. Breaks your heart.
I talked to the lawyer. He didn't really want to go into it.
But of all the things to steal, Sheehan, I mean.
Yeah, kind of crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, trying to figure that out. There was this thing with the Skeens card, and there's kind of a treasure hunt sort of angle to things, if you come up with like some very valuable cards, it could be worth a lot of money, first edition, sometimes later.
Andy Sheehan, my brother. Thanks, my man.
All right, take care.
Wow. There's kind of a sadness to it. He's a young guy, kind of a big shot at this beautiful church. It's all on camera, by the way. a lot of baseball cards. I mean, it's sad. The guy had a great gig. He has a wife. He has kids. And something clicked or didn't or broke or snapped or... Man. When I worked in Dallas, there was a store called Stanley Korshak, which is like 4 levels above Neiman Marcus. It's so expensive. They have men's ties that are $1,200. It's ignorant. It's so expensive. Not the point. There was a woman who spent $1.4 million a year at Stanley Korshak. True story. They busted her with a purse full of stolen makeup. So these aren't hoodlums or professional thieves. Patrick's wife is a guru in the fashion business and has to deal with this all day long. Or the idiots who steal millions and millions of dollars worth of food from Giant Eagle. On a daily basis, they steal. This ain't that. This is what you would think were regular folks and aberrant behavior. A highly regarded Episcopal priest going into Walmart 5 days in a row and every single day stealing baseball cards, man. Wow. I cannot connect the dots on that kind of behavior. We're right back. Welcome to PJ Fitzpatrick, Home Improvement Traffic Center, AAA Traffic, Bob Bowser. Ellen, what's up?
What's up, Marty, is we have some minor delays as folks are making the trek, the noontime commute, maybe heading downtown for a lunch appointment or something else going on coming through the Golden Triangle. The Parkway West is the heaviest spot. A little bit of stop and go most of the way down the front side. It's not packed solidly, but you're going to find some slowdowns there. Same story over on the Parkway East, although a little bit less of a delay, just a minor delay inbound and outbound near the Squirrel Hill tunnels. Quick reminder for you that as you're traveling in Ross Draper Township, Westmoreland County until about 3 today, you could find a single lane in each direction on I-70 between exit 43 for Fayette City and exit 46 for the 51 I-70 interchange as crews are doing some bridge deck preparations for a future deck placement. With AAA Traffic, I'm Ellen Gamble on 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Listen to KDKA Radio on the Odyssey, iHeartRadio, or TuneIn apps.
This weather has me outside looking at this bay window we have in front of our house. All right? And then I put my hands on the inside and I feel that draft. You been there? You done that? Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Now's the time to go right at this amazing opportunity with Universal Windows Direct. So, buy 2 windows, get 2 free. How about this? 0% interest for 36 months. How about this? $500 off your home improvement project when you schedule this month. Folks, you cannot beat this. 412-545-6003. 412-545-6003. They're comfortable. They're energy efficient. They have this really cool space saver technology. And by the way, they will give you a free in-home estimate. UniversalWindowsDirect.com.
Y108 presents Odyssey, The Night Before, powered by Bowser Chevrolet, starring Jason Aldean.
Hey, what's up, Pittsburgh? I'm Jason Aldean.
With special guests John Morgan and Shane Prophet. Wednesday, April 22nd, inside the Event Center at Rivers Casino, Pittsburgh. You can't buy a ticket to this show. You can only win your way in. Full details at Y108.com. Presented by Miller Lite and brought to you by your local AAA travel office, Panhandle Cleaning and Restoration, and Broken Bow Records.
Suddenly it's spring. Discover everything for your home at the 44th Annual Pittsburgh Home and Garden Show, now through Sunday, Convention Center downtown. Shop the region's most trusted marketplace with over 1,200 exhibits with everything for your home. Show favorite, the Farm to Table Expo, returns with dozens of small local growers and food producers. Visit pghhome.com for details. Don't miss the largest home event in America with acres of products and services in one place at one time. The Pittsburgh Home and Garden Show, now through Sunday, Convention Center downtown.
Progressive Insurance knows pets, and one of the biggest differences between people and pets is that we don't eat things off the floor. but dogs definitely will. And it makes them so happy, no matter what it looks like, smells like, or what state of decomposition it's in. We all want to go through life that carefree. And that's also why you should get Progressive Pet Insurance, because they eat things off the floor. So protect your pet from all the questionable life decisions they make. You know where they drink from when you're gone, right? Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Covered subject to policy terms and conditions.
Ah, the most beautiful time of year is upon us. Tax season. And Tax Slayer is here to help you file. We guarantee 100% accuracy and your maximum refund. Those are some good numbers. And you can trust me, because I'm a talking calculator. Did I mention Tax Slayer even has support from real US-based humans? If you have any questions along the way, beat the rush and start for free today. Tax Slayer. File fearlessly.
He's live, he's local, he's Marty Griffin. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
I just find it amazing how a grown-ass man with a big job, who is the leader of men and women, who has a massive church, which is beautiful, and he's a man of God, and there's something that clicks, right? And he's stealing baseball cards, man. Throws away his whole career. I mean, honestly. And then has to tell his wife and kids.
And his congregation.
I'm sitting there talking to Patrick, and we're trying to figure this out. And Patrick has probably the best theory. Maybe he was, what do they call them? Treasure hunters. They're looking for valuable cards, and they have them in some of these packs.
Yeah, like that Skeens rookie card people are looking for.
I mean, it's just...
Who knows?
Who knows? I mean, but it kind of makes sense if he went to this Walmart 5 days in a row. Same one. That's just weird. Something's wrong in his head.
Something's off.
Something's off.
I mean, obviously, he's stealing. Something definitely isn't
that's
right.
a big problem.
Especially for someone who's supposed to be a spiritual and moral leader of a congregation.
And you know this. We live in a weird time. I've had Mark Sorreo on this show from Oakmont, and they have 70 cameras now. And on a daily basis, there are old ladies, he calls them, 70 plus, stealing sponge cakes, man. I mean, what are we doing?
And it happens all the time.
All day long.
In pretty much any retail business.
Loaves of bread, though. Yeah, but donuts, come on.
Yeah.
They have old ladies stealing donuts.
Cakes.
It doesn't add up for me. It's not like someone's poor and I got to steal a steak, which is a whole nother issue.
Well, when I was in high school and college, I worked in a grocery store, and we would have people who would literally steal hundreds of dollars, if not thousands of dollars worth of steaks, ribs,
you
name it. And they would go hop in their Mercedes or their Jaguar and drive away. And then they come back 2 days later and do it again.
30 years ago.
Yeah.
But the game has changed. It's so much so that Giant Eagle has $100 million plus in shrink. It's insane what people steal from stores. It's unbelievable. They have people that come into the same stores every day and steal ribeyes. It's crazy. But the thing that jumped out at me, this is a freaking priest, man. One more thing I wanted to bring up, because this is confounding to me. This cop that was arrested, I had been told about this guy in this bar fight. And I feel bad, but I don't. I'm angry, but I'm not, because I know a bunch of cops. And this guy, man, he's now charged with felonies. He hit some guy in the head with a beer bottle. It's all on tape. He's a Pittsburgh cop. They were all out, and someone punched someone. The facts of the case suggest that a patron in the bar started the fight, but it's irrelevant because this Pittsburgh cop, he's charged with hitting the guy with the beer bottle. And by the way, there's no disputing it because it's all on tape. Here's what slays me. This cop has cancer. Point number one. This cop his wife is pregnant. And my whole thing, it's kind of like with this priest. I'm sitting there thinking, man, what is the mindset? I know you're a big macho cop, and I know everybody's out partying, and I know someone was mouthing off, and I know you were angry, but this cop is done. I mean, he's done. And I sit there thinking, I feel so bad now. And a lot of cops like him. I got a bunch of messages about him. But when you make that kind of decision, you make that decision for your pregnant wife. You do. You make that decision for your entire career. You decide on your own that you're going to hit a guy in the head with a beer bottle because you have to, because he's being a blank blank. And this guy's a detective, Richard Dillamone Jr. And he's fighting cancer. So you feel horrible. Horrible. And his wife's pregnant, so then he has to tell her, oh, yeah, I got arrested. It's a felony. Ag assault. Ag assault. There's a big bar fight in February. Bunch of cops. Bunch of people. And now what happens? Huh? And by the way, the attorney, who's actually a really good attorney, is one of Colin's boys, Casey White, said that the cops accosted his client. And that started the whole thing. Chaotic. I swear I was told by guys who've seen the tape, it looks like a WWE wrestling match. Off-duty cops. And it's torn up. Jason Lando, who he knows about, the guy has cancer. He knows the guy's wife is pregnant. But these are the choices we make. Right? Right? You're thinking, to hell with it. I'm going to F this guy up. And in that moment, as you battle cancer, man, with a pregnant wife at home, you decide, my career's over. Why? I mean, it's right up there with the priest stealing the baseball cards. What are you doing, man? Actions have consequences. These aren't teenagers taking a candy bar from Carl's little store. These are grown-ass men blowing up their entire life, making irrational decisions. Kind of breaks your heart, doesn't it?
It's the little things. The information you need. People you know. The little things that make a big difference. The voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
The Village at St. Barnabas, the perfect place for mom.
Make 380 Auction of Murraysville your next stop for all your spring needs. They're gearing up for spring at 380 Auction. The fresh produce is back. 380 Auction has name brand furniture, tools, automotive supplies, pet supplies, lawn and garden, toys, food, and new items arriving daily. 380 Auction is open Tuesday through Saturday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m., Sunday noon to 5 through March. Call 724-339-3132 or log on to shop380.com and save.
This is Joe Cordell of Cordell & Cordell. Cordell & Cordell is the largest family law firm in the country with over 35 years of helping clients navigate divorce. If you or someone you care about is facing a family law issue, let us set up a 1-hour Cordell Consult. The Cordell Consult is a meeting with a local attorney who will give you clear guidance about your options, whether it's a separation, a postnuptial agreement, divorce, or custody. CordellCordell.com.
Pittsburgh and Cranberry Township. Joseph Cordell. Licensed in Missouri and Illinois only.
Okay, I have to tell you. I was just looking on eBay where I go for all kinds of things I love, and there it was.
That hologram trading card. One of the rarest. The last one I needed for my set. Shiny like the...
designer handbag of my dreams. One of a kind. eBay had it, and now everyone's asking, ooh, where'd you get your...
windshield wipers. eBay has all the parts that fit my car. No more annoying. Just beautiful.
Millions of finds, each with a story. eBay. Things people love.
This is the story of the one.
As a procurement manager for a hospital system, she keeps every facility in her network stocked and ready. That's why she counts on Grainger to be her single source for thousands of products, from disinfectants to lighting, air filters, and more. And with fast, dependable delivery, Grainger helps her keep every facility stocked, safe, and running smoothly. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
SchultzFord.com, 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 SchultzFord.com.
The Colorectal Cancer Alliance wants you to know a lot of things in life are preventable.
Ooh, gas station sushi.
That's preventable. And even colon cancer can be preventable if you get screened. If you're 45 or older, talk to your doctor. Go to colorectalcancer.org to learn more.
KDKA and KDKA FM HD2 Pittsburgh. W261AX Pittsburgh.
Always live on the free Odyssey app. From the Aetna Medicare studios.
Proud to be the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
35, mostly cloudy skies at 12 o'clock. I'm Paul Rasmussen. New developments in the war with Iran this morning. CBS's Steve Kathan has the latest.
On Iran State TV, a message from the country's new supreme leader.
Most importantly for those oil prices is that he has called for the Strait of Hormuz to stay closed.
He vowed to keep on attacking some of Iran's neighbors. Iran did hit 2 oil tankers off the coast of Iraq. CBS's Aaron Navarro at the White House.
The price for a standard barrel of oil jumped overnight and is still close to $100 this morning. So that's something the administration is going to be watching closely, especially after this decision in regards to the Strategic Petroleum Reserve.
The U.S. moving to release 172 million barrels of oil from the reserve. I'm Steve Kathan.
At least one person was taken to a hospital after a fiery crash this morning in Allison Park. The collision happened around 7:30 a.m. in the northbound lanes of Route 8 near Duncan Avenue and Harts Run Road. The condition of the person taken to the hospital was not available. It is unknown if there were other injuries. Mayor Corey O'Connor plans to announce he wants to reopen the city budget to make cuts. Even though Pittsburgh Council voted to increase property taxes by 20%, the O'Connor administration says the city is still in financial trouble and budget cuts are needed to avoid layoffs and future tax hikes. The tax increase recently passed added $27 million in new revenue, but the city will continue to have a budget deficit. The mayor has scheduled a news conference this afternoon to talk about reopening the spending plan and begin making cuts. A Penn Hills mother is facing aggravated assault and other charges in the death of her 3-year-old son. Devin Goodson was taken to a hospital when 911 was notified he wasn't breathing on Wednesday afternoon. Hospital staff told detectives the boy showed obvious signs of physical abuse, including multiple healing and active bone fractures. Witnesses told investigators 23-year-old Lagomau Malu physically abused the child on multiple occasions. The father, 32-year-old Adam Chirico, is also charged with endangerment in the case. Driverless shuttles could be coming soon to the new Pittsburgh International Airport. News Radio KDKA's David Ballarado has more.
PennDOT is about to open a month-long public comment period on the Allegheny County Airport Authority's proposed autonomous shuttle service at Pittsburgh International Airport. The proposed shuttle would pick up passengers along various landside parking lots and garages and other amenities to take them to the new landside terminal. The Airport Authority would be responsible for the infrastructure for the dedicated guideway. PennDOT's comment period begins March 15th and runs through April 14th. You can comment online at pa.gov/P3comment. David Ballarado, News Radio KDKA.
On Wall Street, the Dow is down 561 points at 46,857. The Nasdaq down 319 points, and the S&P is down 73. KDKA Sports, Duquesne Place, Rhode Island in the Atlantic 10 tournament tonight at 5. The Pirates and Braves are on KDKA Radio tonight. Listen to the game at 6. And the Penguins road trip continues at Las Vegas. It's a late game at 10 p.m. The news is brought to you by PJ Fitzpatrick with their famous lifetime warranty on materials and labor. TrustPJ.com. KDKA Radio News Time 12:03. Time to call Goodrich and Geist. Get the good guys, Goodrich and Geist. 35, mostly cloudy in Pittsburgh. The AccuWeather forecast is next.
And now for a business news update from the Pittsburgh Business Times. I'm Managing Editor Mike Larson.
U.S. Steel Corp acquired the former fifth season vertical farming building in Braddock for $8.8 million, according to Allegheny County property transfer records obtained by the Pittsburgh Business Times. The seller was DM Management, which had acquired the building at 1050 Talbot Avenue in April of 2025 for just about $6 million. DM Management had expected to use the refrigerated warehouse for an expansion of its consumer fresh produce subsidiary. But the Pittsburgh Business Times reported in November it was looking to buy a cold storage facility in Lawrenceville. Also, South Oakland's Panera Bread restaurant is closed. The Panera was located at 3401 Boulevard of the Allies, a site the University of Pittsburgh has long sought to redevelop. A former Quality Inn, Walnut Capital became involved with plans to redevelop the building in the aftermath of the COVID-19 pandemic. After Walnut Capital dropped out of the project, Pitt partnered with Philadelphia-based Radnor Property Group in 2025. For more on these stories and other local business news, log on to PittsburghBusinessTimes.com.
You've probably heard all those ads for life insurance. Just a few dollars a day, apply online in minutes, no medical exam. Simple, easy, and cheap, right? Now you're thinking, maybe I should get a quote. Well, smart thinking. Everyone should have life insurance. But here's what they don't tell you. Those few dollars a day rates, they're for young people in perfect health. That's why everyone calls Big Lou the 50 to 60-year-old not-so-perfect candidate. Like you. You take prescription meds and you're overweight. Winner, winner, fried chicken dinner. Well, Big Lou works with life insurance companies that want people like you with no surprises after you apply. In fact, if you're a 50-year-old guy with a few health glitches, Lou could probably find you $1 million of term life coverage for about $200 a month. So, yeah, you need life insurance. But unless you're young and healthy, you gotta call Big Lou because he's like you, older, heavier, and on meds, too. Get a quote right now at 800-200-1966, 800-200-1966, or biglou.com.
Food insecurity is still a reality in our community. 1 in 8 neighbors struggles to put food on the table, and many are seniors. That's why MediConnect is partnering with KDKA Radio to help feed the need right here in our community. MediConnect also helps seniors understand their Medicare options. If you're turning 65 or reviewing coverage, their local experts provide trusted one-on-one guidance at no cost. 888-818-6334. MediConnect. Insurance.com. Love them.
The KDKA AccuWeather forecast is brought to you by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred Roofing Replacement Contractor. Call 412-829-7711.
Clouds will give way to sunshine this afternoon. It'll be breezy and quite chilly with a high of 42. Clear for a while tonight, then clouds increase after midnight, though 32. Cloudy to at times partly sunny tomorrow and becoming windy, the high 57. For AccuWeather, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Ryan Shalaba here from the Home Buyers of Pittsburgh. More than 1,000 local homeowners have trusted us to sell their home the simple way. No hassles or fees, just a fair and easy sale. Visit homebuyersoftpittsburgh.com or call 412-500-9057 for a cash offer today. That's 412-500-9057.
It's Marty Griffin on the voice of Pittsburgh, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
The world we're living in right now is just so bizarre. A couple days ago, 60 Minutes broke this piece about this friggin' microwave thing that jacks with people's heads. It's just so strange. It's this Star Wars crap. I mean, I don't know. And then yesterday, this breaks. A couple different networks, CNN and ABC. Play the clip, please, with Anderson Cooper. Thank you. It's crazy.
Joining us now, retired FBI Special Agent Richard Kolko. Richard, I'm wondering what you make of that FBI memo, because we were showing pictures of Shahed drones. It seems unlikely Iran would have access to Shahed drones in the U.S., but certainly commercial drones, jerry-rigged with explosives, we've seen that all over Ukraine.
Perfect example, Anderson. Could the Iranians get their larger drones into the country or off the coast of California? Highly doubtful. But we heard them describe this as an aspirational thought. What we're really concerned about is it becomes inspirational. This is California, the largest Iranian population in the United States, and there certainly could be several people that are sympathetic to the regime. So that's certainly one of the problems.
So this threat, which was described as aspirational, not imminent, what is the intelligence threshold for when the FBI shares this kind of information with other law enforcement agencies?
Well, this is the job of the Joint Terrorism Task Force in every FBI office every single day. They coordinate with all of their partners. In this case, it looks like this information came from the Coast Guard. They collate this information. Again, we heard it's unverified, uncorroborated, no actionable intelligence, but in this day and age, they're going to share that information. They have no choice. Nobody wants to be caught sitting on any of this. And we see that California has taken the appropriate steps. They're going to notify their emergency responders. All the police departments throughout the state are aware of this. And that means they'll just check their traps. They'll talk to the people that they need to talk to any sources, research any ongoing cases, and look to see if anything like this is being planned.
All right.
We saw this attack recently in New York outside
and I've been relying on him more than ever before because he's the smartest guy I know, and this is just weirdo stuff. So ABC breaks this story, warning police in California that Iran wants to retaliate for U.S. attacks by launching drones against West Coast. Okay. Ron Layton, is that fantasy land, la-la land, made-up crap? What is it, sir?
So, Marty, good afternoon, and thanks for having me. Can we cut the echo, please?
He's in a big echo. What's going on? We'll take care of it, Ron. I apologize.
No worries.
One day it's... Okay, go. You better now, Ron?
Yeah, I think so. Again, good afternoon. Thanks for having me back on. So, there's always nuance to these bulletins. So when a bulletin comes out, the first thing to recognize is the language that they use in the bulletin. The first thing I think I would note is that the information was actually available in February.
Oh.
Look at what month we're in now. This is before the start of the war. Number two, the agent that was on with Anderson Cooper, the only thing that I would disagree with him about is he used the word aspirational to inspirational. I would only contrast that with simply this. The holy grail of intelligence work is when you make a determination that a group of threat actors go from aspirational to operational.
Oh, wow.
That's what means an imminent threat. This came in from the Coast Guard, who is a intelligence community member, and something happened after 9/11, which is really important. Both law enforcement and the intelligence services shifted from a need to know to a need to share.
Oh.
And the reason that happens is there is no organization that wants to get caught holding information, and then, God forbid, something happens in the review, that organization is going to become excoriated. So even if I have something that's raw, that I picked up on an intercept, I have no idea if it's true or not, whether it's fantasy land or not, what you said, I am going to share that information because I don't want to get caught with law enforcement or intelligence holdings. And then, God forbid, something happens, and then somebody's going to say, who knew about it? Oh, you guys did? You held it? And then every conspiratorialist comes out of the woodwork and say it's an inside job, like all of that kind of stuff. So, again, that's what I mean when I said there is nuance to this. That is not to suggest about sleeper cells and drones and those types of things. This threat is absolutely real. I worked on drones 10 years ago at the White House. We have gone from a child's toy to a significant weapon of war. Here's the thing about drones to know and to understand. They have gone from being hot, like, remember the old radio-controlled cars we played with when we were kids?
Of course.
Yeah, of course. Mine went across the street before it stopped working. Anyway, the point is that, so now we've got availability, we've got increased lethality, we've got increased technical sophistication, and these drones, everybody can get them. They're cheap. So for $30,000, I can outfit you with drones that are probably going to overwhelm almost any structure in the United States. That's the problem.
So then this happens just in the last few minutes. Carolyn Levitt out of the White House. They're in this freak out mode because this has caught fire. This post should be immediately retracted by ABC for providing false information to intentionally alarm the American people. They wrote this based on one email that was sent to local law enforcement in California about one unverified tip that was based on unverified intelligence. Does that make it a non-story, or is it just the White House catching so much heat about this? What are you thinking, Ron?
Nah, and so I don't have all of the background,
right?
But in a way, she's right. The press secretary has a point. You're always trying to make a determination of what is the information that the American public needs versus what's the information that's, you know what, this is old. We had it since February. We didn't get a chance to run it down, like all those kinds of things. So this is really a daily battle about what's happening here. And this is always the balance of how much information to actually let out to the public. Here's the problem, and I would imagine that Coast Guard Commandant, I know where he's going to be tomorrow, and that's likely talking to new Secretary Mark Lane Mullen. So you got to be very careful. And what they'll do is they will just make you vet all of the information, perhaps all the way up through the DNI before you do something like this again.
Well, what's interesting enough, though, last night Trump blamed Biden for Iranian sleeper cells. So for her to suggest this is a mirage and can't happen, she shouldn't have a president saying Iran has sleeper cells. Do they, Ron?
So, Marty, let's go through some of the most recent history on sleeper cells. I'm going to go back to 2011. So in 2011, the IRGC, which is the Iranians, engaged in a plot to kill a Saudi ambassador in Washington, D.C., in a restaurant. Big deal.
Yes.
You might not have heard a lot about that, but it was a big deal. On 7 January 2021, as everybody knows, we killed General Qasem Soleimani, second most powerful Iranian leader. So this action led to the targeting of 36 American officials on an Iranian terror list, a hit list, if you will. Most notably, with the arrest of a gentleman named Asif Merchant in 2024 for plotting to kill President Trump. So that's evidence that there are certainly Iranian threat actors on U.S. soil. They've been here, at least the evidence would suggest, since 2011.
But you would also argue that theoretically this might be in the process of discussion or could happen, but there's no real evidence, as Carolyn Levitt's suggesting, that this exists. These Iranians with drones ready to attack the West Coast, sir.
No, so again, this is one of those things that when you've got unverified, unvetted information, you know, this is not anything new. This goes back to old arguments between the CIA and the FBI, because the CIA would have a tendency to say, I got a bunch of raw intel here, and then the Bureau would have to go run all this stuff down. And the truth is, there is more intelligence than you can shake a stick at. So how do you determine what's real and what's not? That's a really hard job.
No, it's tough.
So again, the press secretary has a point in simply saying that's raw and unvetted, and it probably should not have gone out in the form that it did. And in a way, most people are not going to understand when you hear that something is aspirational. That really means that they're not there yet.
They're kind of sort of thinking about it. Hey, what you said is most important, that these drones are out there and anyone can get them and they could hurt people with them, sir.
They are unbelievable in terms of capability. First of all, you can get them cheaply. Most of the drones that Ukraine uses are about $1,000 a copy.
Whoa.
So you're talking about drones that fly 250 miles an hour, that use targeted artificial intelligence for things like picking out a target. They work autonomously. They can work in tandem. And interestingly enough, Marty, the World Cup obviously is coming up soon. It's all over multiple cities in the United States. Kansas City Police Department just got $14 million to establish a drone defender program. So that's one of the things that we're seeing in this era is police department after police department getting an infusion of dollars to be able to defend against these kinds of attacks.
Ron Layton, my brother, thank you, sir.
Marty, thank you. Be well.
The best ever. It's amazing stuff.
Listen to the Marty Griffin Show on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts.
Jen, I didn't know you shopped here.
Hey, I'm hunting for something fresh for spring.
Oh, girl, skip them all. Jewelry Television has the best spring looks right now.
JTV, way ahead of you. Just hit up JTV.com yesterday. Scored the cutest clover earrings, 2 tennis bracelets, and this gorgeous pearl ring.
Right now, new customers get $20 off any purchase of $99 or more at JTV.com.
Oh, and gold hoops and this turquoise bracelet.
Just a couple things, huh?
Maybe more than a couple.
You know that Big Bargain detergent jug is 80% water, right? It doesn't clean as well.
80% water? I thought I was getting a better deal because it's so big.
If you want a better clean, Tide Pods are only 12% water. The rest is pure, concentrated cleaning ingredients.
Oh, let me make an announcement.
Attention shoppers, if you want a real deal, try Tide Pods.
Stop paying for watered-down detergents. Pay for clean. If it's got to be clean, it's got to be Tide Pods. Water content based on the leading bargain liquid detergent.
Blew out my voice. Could not speak. Period. Excessive radiation and chemo to my throat ruined my throat. UPMC set up 2 doctors, 2 specialists. Therapy, voice therapy, breathing therapy, different steroids, different vitamins, different foods, different exercises. UPMC stepped in, and I'm back. UPMC, life-saving, life-changing information.
Hi, this is Les Botkin of Botkin Family Wealth Management. I've been lucky in my life, and I'm grateful to the clients who've helped make our family-owned business a success. But like most of us, my beginnings were far from glamorous. My first job out of college was as an assistant golf pro at Butler Country Club, earning $2.10 an hour. There was no work for me in golf in the winter, so to survive, I took a job at Armco Steel, working on a labor gang. Some nights I did janitorial work. Others, I labored in the rolling pits. I'd come home covered in soot to the tiny apartment my wife Barb and I shared with our newborn daughter Sarah. Now 40 years later, Sarah and I are business partners at Botkin Family Wealth Management along with my son Lester. I like to remember my beginnings and to share those stories with my children and grandchildren. At Botkin Family Wealth Management, we're interested in hearing your story because understanding your beginnings is an important part of appreciating what it took to get where you are today. Visit us at botkinfamilywealth.com.
Securities offered through LPL Financial, member FINRA SIPC.
So I'm in the neighborhood, and I see these massive trucks, massive, removing the biggest tree I've ever seen from someone's front lawn and doing it insanely well. Professional, trained, amazing expertise. You know it was Greater Pitt Tree Service, my man Carlos, the best in the business, best price, best equipment, best training, best background. I'm serious. The best. Greater Pitt Tree Service. 412-884-TREE. 412-884-8733.
Start to shake off winter and get a fresh start in a fresh new ride from Bowser Hyundai in Pleasant Hills. Right now at Bowser Hyundai, the #1 volume Hyundai dealer in Pittsburgh, fall in love with the SUV that's big on capability. The 2026 Hyundai Kona SE all-wheel drive. Lease it now for only $229 per month. Only at Bowser Hyundai. And don't forget, all new Hyundais come with Hyundai Assurance and are backed by America's best warranty, 10 years, 100,000 miles powertrain limited warranty. So don't wait. Get to BowserHyundai.com today before these savings melt like snow. Based on 2025 year-end and January 2026 sales results, tax, title, and fees not included. Dealer doc fee of $490 applies. 24 months, 7,500 miles per year, with $2,999 due at signing, with credit approval and financing through HMFC. Offer ends March 31st. BowserHyundai.com. Bowser Hyundai, Route 51 South, on top of the hill.
UPMC, life-saving, life-changing information every single day. UPMC.
Beat the spring cleaning rush and call Zero Res. Springing forward feels better on freshly cleaned carpets and floors. Let Zero Res remove lingering grime and prepare your home for brighter days ahead. Buy one, get one room of carpet clean for free, unlimited rooms of carpet when you ask for the KDKA special. Call 412-701-1188 or go online at ZeroResPGH.com. Spell it backward or forward, it spells the same. Zero Res.
The voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
crazy world we live in. Patrick, my son had little drones when we were kids. We fly them into people's houses. The game has changed. Ron nailed it. So we think of these drones, first of all, they're very, very basic. What's wild, Patrick, is this war in Ukraine has changed this game. Wall Street Journal did this amazing piece. You have young men in the friggin' battlefield building killer drones. In the United States, we think we're badasses, and we are. We didn't have this technology. These guys are building this stuff in the field.
They are. They're actually 3D printing the bomb casings. They have 3D printers running around the clock. The same type you buy for $200 at the at the store. $200.
Tell us about your drone, like, because I've seen you use it. What can you do with it?
I've got a basic drone, but I can fly it, up to 3 miles away.
Program it.
You can set waypoints and program where it goes, but no, I can physically live control it for up to 3 miles.
And then it just comes back if you wanted to.
You can, you have safety parameters, but you can set waypoints and send it on. And like the ones that they're using in Ukraine, which, if they can do it,
hell yeah,
Iran can certainly do it.
Hell yeah, and they have thousands and thousands of them.
And the drones Ron was talking about, the ones that can go 250 miles an hour, yes, those are more expensive, but you can build the rotor drones for a couple $100.
And these are, what they call them, kamikaze or suicide drones. All they're saying is they just put a target in there and send them in a building.
Yeah, you set your target where you want it to go, and you send it.
And look, I'm not diminishing your value and your intellect because you're very smart. However, there are a significant number of teenagers that could do this stuff.
Yeah.
Right?
There are elementary school kids that can do this stuff.
Yeah.
They're building, little robots in elementary school classes. Heck, my kid did that when he was at community.
Yeah, but I'm talking about the drones. These kids, and Patrick could build one. And Patrick, I'm not trying to suggest this is a wonderful thing. All they do is add munitions to it. Period.
Yeah, and not high-tech munitions either. Simple, basic explosives.
What is bizarre?
Just like we saw in New York, those 2 ISIS-inspired kids from the Philly area that went to New York City. They made homemade explosives.
Yeah, neither one worked. So
they didn't, but
they didn't work.
It could have.
They're idiots. Coulda, shoulda, woulda. Blew the minds of Russians and blew the minds of Americans. To Patrick's point, literally, folks, I saw this video that the Wall Street Journal produced. There are these young men, like in their 20s, in the field, in the war. And they have, as Patrick said, my man, they have 3D printers. They're literally making the parts for drones to attack Russian tanks.
Yeah.
In the field.
They're taking the little motors and putting them on and attaching the munitions and sending them on their way.
Which changed the game of war. Like, boom, overnight.
Warfare changed overnight.
Overnight. And so, look, we have these great defense systems, but the drones you see getting through, hitting high-rise buildings in Dubai, as Ron said, can be built for $1,000 or $50,000, but they're certainly not $95 million copies of one jet, are they? No.
They are not.
The game has changed, and it's scary as hell, and it's happening in real time. It's unbelievable.
Amazon Business empowers leaders with smart business buying tools, leaving time to focus on strategy and growth. Free up your teams and focus on your future at AmazonBusiness.com.
Spring cleaning is upon us, but there's one meaningful box that you don't throw away when cleaning out your closet. It's the box filled with your family's important videotapes, film reels, and photos. Hi, I'm Adam Baselogger.
And I'm Nick Mako. We started Legacy Box over a decade ago to help families organize and update their analog media to digital.
Legacy Box is simple and easy. It works and is safe. Over 1 million families have trusted Legacy Box.
And Legacy Box has been featured in Good Housekeeping, The Today Show, and Rachel Ray.
Legacy Box is like magic, converting your shoebox of memories to the cloud or thumb drive, ready to watch and share.
Declutter your closet by digitizing your media. Become more organized and accomplished, knowing your family's recorded past is safe forever. Take advantage of our spring cleaning sale going on now. It's the easiest task to check off your to-do list.
For a limited time, you can get started for just $9 a tape. Visit legacybox.com/radio to get our $9 sale. That's legacybox.com/radio to get our $9 offer. Legacybox.com/radio.
2D Mechanical Systems, Pittsburgh's HVAC, plumbing, and electric leaders, is a family business that I truly admire. 2D culture is built on ethics, service, and making a difference in our community. 2D Mechanical Systems. They're the people you want working in your home.
This is CBS Eye on Veterans. Delta Force veteran Brad Taylor has vast experience with covert ops, and he says the current war with Iran could be a type of military-backed foreign policy strategy.
We were using a dislocation strategy to prevent them from ordering missiles to fire. They have bazillions of missiles. Now we're trying to blow up the launchers, but in concert with that, we're trying to blow up somebody from giving the order to launch a missile. And that has happened to a great degree. That's a decapitation for dislocation. Replacement strategy is a strategy in of itself. What you're trying to do is to get rid of the current regime and replace it with a regime that's more amenable to your goals.
It's one of the most successful law and justice programs in television history that continues to uncover the truth and investigate true crime cases. 48 Hours, CBS Saturday, and streaming on Paramount+.
From the Aetna Medicare studios.
Proud to be the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Windy and 39 degrees at Pittsburgh International at 12:30. I'm Paul Alexander. New developments in the war with Iran. CBS's Deborah Rodriguez has the latest.
The new Ayatollah issues his first statement. State TV reading Mustafa Khamenei's message that Iran should use its leverage to close the Strait of Hormuz. The statement goes on to say attacks on Gulf neighbors will continue. Khamenei calling on regional countries to close U.S. bases.
Khamenei did not appear on camera, and an Israeli assessment indicates he was wounded in the war's opening attack. The Ayatollah vowed to avenge Iranians killed in the war and said Iran would obtain compensation by taking U.S. assets or destroying them. Charges have been filed now in connection with a fatal Valentine's Day car crash in McKeesport. Police say the driver who caused the accident, 33-year-old Brittany McPherson, was going 56 miles per hour in a 25 miles per hour zone. The van she was driving hit a Honda Accord at the intersection of 28th and Rockwood. Now, police say her blood test came back showing she was legally drunk and had THC in her system. McPherson is charged with DUI, homicide by vehicle, and other crimes. The passenger in the Honda, 69-year-old Donna DeFrancis, died at the hospital. 3 others were also hospitalized. Passengers at Arnold Palmer Regional Airport will soon be getting an upgrade before their flights. As Radio KDKA's Tamira Rush explains.
The airport's $28 million terminal expansion is on track to open this summer, according to Executive Director Gabe Monzo.
We'll be ready to start in the brand new terminal building starting probably late summer, midsummer, late summer, something like that. So, we'll have lots of room, and it'll be much more comfortable than it was in the past 10 years. It has the potential of being something fantastic, that's for sure.
Monzo tells KDKA Radio the revamped terminal will include a new security checkpoint and a larger waiting area with about 200 seats at each gate. Tamira Rush, News Radio, KDKA.
On Wall Street, the Dow is down 520 points, the NASDAQ down 291, the S&P 500 down 67 points. KDK Radio News Time is 12:32. Our next update at 1 o'clock. I'm Paul Alexander, and the voice of Pittsburgh News Radio, KDKA.
Aetna was there for me as I was going through a rough medical patch this year. I had peace of mind, which helped with my healing.
Those words from a real Aetna Medicare Advantage member speak to why U.S. News & World Report named us a best Medicare Advantage company. Because we show up on calls with members and doctors' offices when requested. We show up with the latest in online tools for easier access to healthcare. We show up for you. Because that's how healthier happens together. Member feedback has been edited for length and clarity.
My friends at NASCO Roofing take pride in exceeding customer expectations. James from Lower Borough was so happy with the roof work NASCO did in his home that he had them do his mother's roof as well. James loved NASCO's quality work and appreciated NASCO working with his insurance company to get everything approved. NASCO has satisfied thousands like James. Get NASCO on your roof. Call NASCO Roofing, 412-373-2000, 412-373-2000. Most jobs done in a day. Special financing available. NASCO Roofing, NASCO.
Pittsburgh's very own board-certified and licensed hypnotherapist Dan Vitchoff of the PA Hypnosis Center is here to help you. He has helped train U.S. Olympic team members control their brains, stay relaxed, focused, and in control, giving them the edge for the gold. He's recognized by many organizations around the world as one of the top hypnotherapists anywhere. He has gotten over 3,000 people to give up cigarettes for good in the last 22 years. He's helped folks even who've tried gastric bypass to lose weight. He can help you and give you a 98% success guarantee. Call 724-934-8446. That's Dan Vitchoff, the PA Hypnosis Center. Mention KDKA and get $50 off any program. But call for a free consultation today, 724-934-8446. The PA Hypnosis Center with Dan Vitchoff. Make that call today, 724-934-8446.
Progressive Insurance knows pets, and one of the biggest differences between people and pets is that we don't eat things off the floor. But dogs definitely will, and it makes them so happy, no matter what it looks like, smells like, or what state of decomposition it's in. We all want to go through life that carefree, and that's also why you should get Progressive Pet Insurance, because they eat things off the floor. So protect your pet from all the questionable life decisions they make. You know where they drink from when you're gone, right? Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Covered subject to policy terms and conditions.
Ah, the most beautiful time of year is upon us. Tax season. And TaxSlayer is here to help you file. We guarantee 100% accuracy and your maximum refund. Those are some good numbers. And you can trust me, because I'm a talking calculator. Did I mention TaxSlayer even has support from real U.S.-based humans if you have any questions along the way? Beat the rush and start for free today. TaxSlayer. File fearlessly.
The KDKA AccuWeather forecast is brought to you by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred Roofing Replacement Contractor. Call 412-829-7711.
Breezy and quite chilly for the rest of today, but sun returns this afternoon, the high 42. It'll be clear for a while tonight before clouds move in late at night, low 32. Cloudy to partly sunny tomorrow and becoming quite windy, the high 57. For AccuWeather, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg, 100.1 FM and AM 1020, KDKA.
Serving Allegheny County for 50 years and supporting survivors of crime, Center for Victims invites you to its Lighting Candles in the Darkness Gala, Thursday, April 9th. It's an evening honoring hope, healing, and resilience. Visit centerforvictims.org.
The KDKA radio text line is driven by Kenny Ross Auto Group. Find your best deal and Pittsburgh's best warranty at kennyross.com.
100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA, covered by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Roofing Company.
Amazon Business empowers leaders with smart business buying tools, leaving time to focus on strategy and growth. Free up your teams and focus on your future at amazonbusiness.com.
If you or anyone you care about is facing a family legal matter, call Cordell & Cordell today at 1-855-GET-LEGAL or visit CordellCordell.com to schedule your consultation.
There's a lot on the line in divorce. This is Joe Cordell of Cordell & Cordell, the largest family law firm in the country, with over 35 years of helping clients navigate divorce. But being big doesn't mean less personal or less local. Our attorneys live and work in your community, and as neighbors, they understand the challenges your families face. Divorce touches all areas of your life: your home, savings, retirement, and of course, kids. So when you find yourself facing divorce, you need a partner you can count on. Visit CordellCordell.com to schedule your consultation.
If you or anyone you care about is facing divorce, contact Cordell & Cordell today. With over 100,000 clients served, we understand the challenges you're facing on a personal level. Call Cordell & Cordell today at 1-855-GET-LEGAL. That's 1-855-GET-LEGAL. Pittsburgh and Cranberry Township. Joseph Cordell, licensed in Missouri and Illinois.
All right, here we go. It is a Thursday, and I'm with you. Colin Dunlap, 2 to 6, right here, KDK.
We have followed this story for months now of William's son. William's become actually one of my close friends. I love the man, how much he loves his son. We found his son on the streets in the zombie state. 1 million people saw the video and went nuts on us for posting it. But the person that mattered that saw was his father, who reached out. So we hooked his son up with probably the best addiction specialist in the country. He overdosed several times. He was on ventilators. I mean, This young man and his dad have gone through hell and back. And as soon as he gets off of the ventilator, this is no lie, he runs. It doesn't matter where he is, what he's doing, he runs. It's the life of addicts and the life of addiction, and it's horrible and it's horrifying. To that point, I get this note yesterday from this wonderful couple who listened to the show, and I love them. And I understand their point. And I have William on the phone, and I hope he's listening. Dear Marty, my husband and I listened to your show when you interviewed the father whose desperation said he hopes his son will be sentenced to jail after an overdose to help him get off the streets, to get him off drugs. This is what she says that's actually poignant. What kind of world do we live in when we desperately want our children to go to jail? How pathetic that we don't have a treatment model and protocols to rescue addicts without sending them to jail. They lost their only son at 32 years old to an overdose. How about that? Awful. And she thinks it's the addiction crisis, but it's treatment, that the treatment sucks. William joining me. She's right to a degree, isn't it? That the hope was, and by the way, his dream is, and I mean this, William is elated this morning because your son's still in jail. You're actually happy about this, and so am I. Why, sir? Explain to our audience.
Good afternoon, Marty. Yeah, you're right. He's in the hospital, but there's a guard, and then his bond was denied. There's different stages, you know. I spoke with Colleen, pretrial services, and you're right, Judge Riccardi was instrumental in helping him stay.
Ed Borkowski denied bond. Yeah. Ed's my man. He's a heroic figure.
Yeah, I said he was right. Everybody's working together. Yeah, thank you. And today was a bond hearing. Borkowski denied it because we said, you know, what was going on, him being on a ventilator, so he'll have to stay in jail. So this other hearing comes up at the end of the month, and then hopefully he stays in jail because if he goes to just rehab, he's gonna leave.
He'll bolt immediately, sir. Immediately.
Yeah, the drug's that powerful. It's wicked. I mean, once it gets you, it's like you're a vampire. Wow. You know what I mean?
My man. So to answer her question, and by the way, she's being wonderful and glorious because she says the system sucks. But part of it is this drug is so evil, brother. How many times has your son been in rehab, sir?
20, 30 times. I lost count.
Wow. So your point is, this is his dream. Dad, for the first time, you think your son might actually live because he's been locked up, right?
Right. I know as long as he's locked up, he's alive.
Right on, brother.
But you're right. They need a protocol. They need something better than what is to deal with these addicts and these powerful drugs that are in our country.
But what's crazy about this is everything you're saying is spot on. If those judges let him rate, all he needed was $600 to get out, and they let him out, he'd be high right now, would he not, sir?
Within an hour.
Within an hour. Despite the 30 times of rehab.
Yep.
So your dream is that the system holds him long enough and hard enough that he gets through a point where he says, whoa, maybe I can live without this dope, right?
That's correct, yes.
So I've talked to a couple of people internally. They said he looks haggard and tired. Have you talked to him at all or seen him?
No, he's on a unit where I can't get any. Nothing goes in, nothing goes out. So I can't find out any information on him. Judge Riccardi said he looked frail.
Yeah, I heard that.
Last time I saw him, that's how he looked, he was 100.
But what they're trying to do, but by the way, William's telling the truth. So I find out they isolate these guys because a father actually was smuggling heroin into the friggin' hospital, which is insane, but it happens. Huh?
Right. Yeah, that's true. That's what I heard. Yeah.
And at the end of the day, if he has to be isolated, if he has to be treated, God bless these judges for finally saying, we got to save this young man's life, right?
Yeah, I'm happy how it's all working out. It seems to be moving in the right direction, and I hope it continues.
What does his brother and sister say? What do they think about this?
Well, they love him, and they want their brother alive.
So, do you think, has he ever lasted in rehab for a month?
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
He has.
Oh.
But he has. Yeah, he has. In fact, he's put maybe a year together. But now with this new, the medetomidine and the fentanyl together is really powerful. The fentanyl alone is powerful, but now with this fentanyl with the medetomidine, it's just unbelievably,
So you don't even know if they keep him until the end of the month. You don't even know he could get out, and the morning he gets out, he could shoot up immediately.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy, and how it hijacks your whole brain, and that's all you want, because he doesn't have to live like this, but he is.
And by the way, the truth of the matter is, every single time he's hospitalized, they work their asses off to save his life. They care, and they don't have to.
They do, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, they do. They really try. The people, UPMC have been, and now AGH, they've been,
it's amazing.
I'm sure, just as equally as kind and caring.
Hey, let me ask you a rudimentary question. Do you sleep better when he's in jail?
I sleep when I can. Yeah, I do. But for sure, when he's in jail, I do sleep better. Yeah, you're right. I do.
Yeah.
Yep. No doubt.
We're joined at the hip on this one, brother. We're family now, and we're fighting the fight.
I appreciate your help and talking to the judge and stuff.
I love you, man. You know that. At this time, I've never met your son, but I want to hug him. I want him to be okay for so many reasons.
Yeah, hopefully one day that'll happen.
Hey, I will have all the details on what's happening with him at 1 o'clock. I'll get all the info.
Thanks so much.
All right, brother. You're my man.
All right, Mark. Bye-bye.
So to that wonderful woman who sent those wonderful notes, you're right. It's not working. But he's right. As long as he's in custody and getting treatment, he's alive. And for today, that's the best we can do. And I love you and understand your angst and your interest in changing the system. But let me tell you this. We sat him down with the best addiction doctor I've ever met in my life. And it didn't work. That kid didn't give a damn. He lasted 2 days. And as soon as he saw a crack in the door, he ran for the streets and got high.
Listen to KDKA Radio on the Odyssey, iHeartRadio, or TuneIn apps.
Honey, I found the perfect place for my parents and us.
Where?
St. Barnabas. For us, the Woodlands Carriage Home Community. And for my parents, condominium-style living at the Village. My folks will love the Village. There's an indoor mall with shops, restaurants, and more. And we can relax, knowing they're safe and secure.
That's what I plan to do when we move to St. Barnabas. Relax.
Call 724-444-5568 or visit stbarnabascommunities.com.
My friends at NASCO Roofing take pride in exceeding customer expectations. James from Lower Borough was so happy with the roof work NASCO did in his home that he had them do his mother's roof as well. James loved NASCO's quality work and appreciated NASCO working with his insurance company to get everything approved. NASCO has satisfied thousands like James. Get NASCO on your roof. Call NASCO Roofing, 412-373-2000, 412-373-2000. Most jobs done in a day. Special financing available. NASCO Roofing, NASCO.
Let's be honest, the hearing aid industry is broken. Overpriced clinics, pushy appointments, bills of $5,000 or more. That's the trap they hope you fall into. Don't let it happen. Audien Hearing is the escape. Their FDA-registered hearing aids cost just a fraction of the big brands, starting at only $98. Instead of paying as much as $5,000 plus all the doctor appointments and wasted time, you get what you need with no prescriptions, no office visits, no time wasted, and no crazy price tag. Call 800-700-HEAR. That's HEAR. Audien's cutting-edge devices are rechargeable, comfortable, and ready to use right out of the box. Try them risk-free for 45 days with lifetime support and real human help just a phone call away. Over 1 million people have already said yes to Audien Hearing. Join them. Don't let them take advantage of you. Break free from the trap. Call now 800-700-HEAR. That's HEAR for a very special offer. 800-700-HEAR or 800-700-4327. 7.
It's almost that time for us to feed the need with the Greater Pittsburgh Community Food Bank on KDKA Radio. On March 24th, our Giant Eagle Feed the Need Radiothon will be raising money to provide meals for our neighbors in need. Text NEED to 50155 on our Allegiant Community Federal Credit Union text line, and your donation will provide meals locally. Brought to you in part by Aetna and by Isley's and Beano's. Details at kdkaradio.com.
This is Greg Trzynski of the Original Mattress Factory. Many retailers use a computer program to tell you which mattress to buy after answering a few questions. That's not how finding the right mattress works. At OMF, our associates take the time to understand your specific needs. They'll guide you through our showroom, explain the differences between models, and help you select the right mattress. No computers, no gimmicks, just personal attention and quality mattresses built locally. Visit any showroom and experience the OMF difference for yourself.
Crowded waiting rooms, 5 rushed minutes with the doctor. No real answers, just solutions that mask symptoms. For so many, that's what healthcare has become. In and out, no time, no connection. Just another appointment on the schedule. At Pittsburgh Sinus Centers, it's different. They take the time to listen, explain, and design a plan built around you. Because real relief starts with understanding what's really going on, not just treating the surface. From allergy testing to in-office sinus and nasal procedures, their experienced team uses the latest technology and a personal touch to help you breathe, sleep, and live better. Here, you're not just another number. You're the reason they do what they do. Discover a better way to feel better, one that's built around you. Pittsburgh Sinus Centers. Schedule a consultation today. Call Pittsburgh Sinus Centers, 878-231-4950. 878-231-4950. That's 878-231-4950.
Don't know who to trust? Go with the sure thing. PJ Fitzpatrick has been your trusted roofer for 45 years. They've earned thousands of 5-star reviews and back all new roofs with a lifetime guarantee on materials and labor. The PJ Fitzpatrick team of experienced professionals install most roofs in just one day. Set up a free consultation this month to save thousands. Plus, they have a variety of financing packages that work with any budget. Don't wait. Visit trustpj.com today.
This is a Bloomberg Money Minute. As mortgage rates sit just above 6%, about 1 in 5 U.S. homeowners with a mortgage could save money right now by refinancing that current loan at a lower rate, according to Redfin, which says that's the most in 4 years. Iran's new supreme leader plans to keep up that country's attacks on Gulf area neighbors and keep the critical Strait of Hormuz effectively shut, squeezing a global crude supplies. With that, oil right now up nearly 9%. It's close to $95 a barrel, while on Wall Street, stocks are taking another beating today as more investors lower their expectations of a possible interest rate cut from the Federal Reserve when it meets next week, maybe not even until June. Right now, the Dow and the S&P are both down about 1.1%. The tech-heavy NASDAQ down almost 1.5%. And Stellantis, the owner of Jeep, Chrysler, Ram Trucks, Fiat, and other nameplates, exploring doing deals with Chinese automakers that may include having them invest in its struggling European operations, including its Maserati nameplate. Tom Busby, Bloomberg Radio.
Have an issue in your community? Talk about it now with Marty Griffin. 100.1 FM and AM 1020, KDKA.
There is kind of a disgust to the process of be happy your son's in jail. But if you listen to the man and understand the process and the darkness of it, he's right. If you can imagine that we have been begging, and I mean begging judges to put him in jail for months. And finally we got the right judge and the right who gets it, and they're going to save his life. They're going to try anyway. I love it. Yeah, it kind of sucks, the whole process and the whole, to try and wrap your arms around that. And this all started when a woman sent me a letter. Her and her husband sat down. Their son was in jail, and they were happy because he wasn't on drugs. And I get it, because think of the nightmare. When is the phone call going to come that they're dead? And as long as he's in jail and he's under lock and key, he can't get high. How about that? So as bizarre as it sounds, we were praising the judges that said, my man, you're not bonding out on anything. You're going to go get high and then you're going to die. We're not going to let it happen. I respect and admire that. I respect the hell out of that. And if you want to, for perspective, Brian Clay. Brian Clay is an alcoholic drug addict. It's the truth. He is on the streets of downtown Pittsburgh right now. I guarantee you he's high. And at some point he'll die. He's been arrested more than 300 times. And he was arrested twice this week and back out on the streets to get high again. And I have honestly begged judges to keep him in jail, to get him help. His brother reached out and said, thank you for keeping him in jail. He needs help. And then somehow he got out. But one of these times, Brian's luck's going to run out and he's going to be dead. He's going to be dead. And you won't care because you won't even know. No one will know, but we'll know. We'll get a message that Brian's dead. Is the system broken? Hell yeah, but what are we supposed to do? And if you say that the rehab system sucks, okay. I don't know what to tell you. We sat this young man down with the best addiction doctor I've ever met, and it didn't work because he wanted to get high. Brian Clay has been in rehab. His brother sent me a note because we had him in jail for a while, and his brother sent me a note saying thank you. He needed to be in jail and get help there. He lasted about 3 months. Now he's back in this cycle of getting out of jail, getting high again. And it all goes back to my point about downtown. The same group of women and men come downtown every day and get drugs, fentanyl, to the addicts every single day, and they don't arrest them. Why? I know their names. I have pictures. Why are they out? So before these kids are in jail, they're out to getting high. One of my boys, Paul, the best thing that happened to my son was going to jail. Paul's son overdosed and died. He was in jail several months. Get out. He was clean for 3 months. And then, boom, overdosed and passed away. It's horrifying. And it haunts him. But for people out there judging, saying, what do you mean put him in jail? That's what I mean. Because mom and dad know that when their son or daughter's in jail, they're alive. As barbaric as it sounds, as medieval as it sounds, as archaic as it sounds, it's real. And as long as Will, William's son, is in jail and getting treatment, he's alive. And for now, that's all we can hope for. Hey, folks, after this break, you got to hear this live report from Tel Aviv and these safe rooms that they build in their homes in Israel. We're going to take you on a walk through one live. You got to see this.
Amazon Business empowers leaders with smart business buying tools, leaving time to focus on strategy and growth. Free up your teams and focus on your future at AmazonBusiness.com.
Hearing the news every day is one thing. Hearing it hit home is something altogether different. That's the difference you hear every day on KDKA Radio. We go beyond the benign headlines and bring the news to life, your life. So stay here and hear the news and what a difference it makes. 100.1 FM and AM 1020, KDKA.
This is Greg Trzynski of the Original Mattress Factory. Many retailers use a computer program to tell you which mattress to buy after answering a few questions. That's not how finding the right mattress works. At OMF, our associates take the time to understand your specific needs. They'll guide you through our showroom, explain the differences between models, and help you select the right mattress. No computers, no gimmicks, just personal attention and quality mattresses built locally. Visit any showroom and experience the OMF difference for yourself.
Crowded waiting rooms, 5 rushed minutes with the doctor. No real answers, just solutions that mask symptoms. For so many, that's what healthcare has become. In and out, no time, no connection. Just another appointment on the schedule. At Pittsburgh Sinus Centers, it's different. They take the time to listen, explain, and design a plan built around you. Because real relief starts with understanding what's really going on, not just treating the surface. From allergy testing to in-office sinus and nasal procedures, their experienced team uses the latest technology and a personal touch to help you breathe, sleep, and live better. Here, you're not just another number. You're the reason they do what they do. Discover a better way to feel better, one that's built around you. Pittsburgh Sinus Centers. Schedule a consultation today. Call Pittsburgh Sinus Centers, 878-231-4950. 878-231-4950. That's 878-231-4950.
This is a Bloomberg Money Minute. As mortgage rates sit just above 6%, about 1 in 5 U.S. homeowners with a mortgage could save money right now by refinancing that current loan at a lower rate, according to Redfin, which says that's the most in 4 years. Iran's new supreme leader plans to keep up that country's attacks on Gulf area neighbors and keep the critical Strait of Hormuz effectively shut, squeezing a global crude supplies. With that, oil right now up nearly 9%. It's close to $95 a barrel, while on Wall Street, stocks are taking another beating today as more investors lower their expectations of a possible interest rate cut from the Federal Reserve when it meets next week, maybe not even until June. Right now, the Dow and the S&P are both down about 1.1%. The tech-heavy NASDAQ down almost 1.5%. And Stellantis, the owner of Jeep, Chrysler, Ram Trucks, Fiat, and other nameplates, exploring doing deals with Chinese automakers that may include having them invest in its struggling European operations, including its Maserati nameplate. Tom Busby, Bloomberg Radio.
KDKA and KDKA FM HD2 Pittsburgh. W261AX Pittsburgh.
Always live on the free Odyssey app. From the Aetna Medicare studios.
Proud to be the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Mostly cloudy and 38 degrees at Pittsburgh International at 1 o'clock. I'm Paul Alexander. News brought to you by PJ Fitzpatrick. Home improvements with no interest financing if you need it. TrustPJ.com. New developments in the war with Iran. CBS's Deborah Rodriguez has the latest.
The new Ayatollah issues his first statement. State TV reading Mujtaba Khamenei's message that Iran should use its leverage to close the Strait of Hormuz. The statement goes on to say attacks on Gulf neighbors will continue. Khamenei calling on regional countries to close U.S. bases.
Khamenei did not appear on camera, and an Israeli assessment indicates he was wounded in the war's opening attack. The Ayatollah vowed to avenge Iranians killed in the war and said Iran would obtain compensation by taking U.S. assets or destroying them. Police say a McKeesport woman who speeded through a stop sign and hit another vehicle, killing the driver, had alcohol and marijuana in her system. 33-year-old Brittany McPherson was charged Wednesday with homicide by vehicle while driving under the influence with other offenses. 69-year-old Donna DeFrancis was killed in the two-vehicle collision at the intersection of 24th and Rockwood Streets in McKeesport. Passengers at Arnold Palmer Regional Airport will soon enjoy an upgrade before their flights. News Radio KDKA's Tamira Rush explains.
The airport's $28 million terminal expansion is on track to open this summer, according to Executive Director Gabe Monzo.
We'll be ready to start in the brand new terminal building starting probably late summer, midsummer, late summer, something like that. So, we'll have lots of room, and it'll be much more comfortable than it was in the past 10 years. It has the potential of being something fantastic, that's for sure.
Monzo tells KDKA Radio the revamped terminal will include a new security checkpoint and a larger waiting area with about 200 seats at each gate. Tamira Rush, News Radio, KDKA.
A bill introduced in Harrisburg calls for new penalties against those convicted of sexually assaulting children. News Radio KDKA's David Bolorado has more.
The bill, sponsored by Lawrence County State Representative Republican Marla Brown, calls for chemical castration of convicted child predators. Other states, including Alabama, California, and Florida, have passed similar legislation. Brown says the victims of child predators commonly develop post-traumatic stress disorder, depression, and other emotional issues that can...
Radio, first pitch at 6:05. Penguins will take on the Golden Knights of Las Vegas. Puck drop at 10 o'clock. KDKA Radio News Time is 1:03. Time to call Dina Schmidt and Michael Coleman at One Health Benefits, 724-799-8873 for the right health insurance plan that can save you thousands. Right now, mostly cloudy and 38 degrees in Pittsburgh. The AccuWeather forecast is next.
We're only 42 days until the draft. Everything you need to know surrounding the draft is right here. It's brought to you by Bill Few Associates Wealth Management, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
If you or anyone you care about is facing a family legal matter, call Cordell and Cordell today at 1-855-GET-LEGAL or visit CordellCordell.com to schedule your consultation.
There's a lot on the line in divorce. This is Joe Cordell of Cordell & Cordell, the largest family law firm in the country, with over 35 years of helping clients navigate divorce. But being big doesn't mean less personal or less local. Our attorneys live and work in your community, and as neighbors, they understand the challenges your families face. Divorce touches all areas of your life: your home, savings, retirement, and of course, kids. So when you find yourself facing divorce, you need a partner you can count on. Visit CordellCordell.com to schedule your consultation.
If you or anyone you care about is facing divorce, contact Cordell and Cordell today. With over 100,000 clients served, we understand the challenges you're facing on a personal level. Call Cordell and Cordell today at 1-855-GET-LEGAL. That's 1-855-GET-LEGAL. Pittsburgh and Cranberry Township. Joseph Cordell, licensed in Missouri and Illinois.
Don't know who to trust? Go with the sure thing. PJ Fitzpatrick has been your trusted roofer for 45 years. They've earned thousands of 5-star reviews and back all new roofs with a lifetime guarantee on materials and labor. The PJ Fitzpatrick team of experienced professionals install most roofs in just one day. Set up a free consultation this month to save thousands. Plus, they have a variety of financing packages that work with any budget. Don't wait. Visit trustpj.com today.
The Village at St. Barnabas, the perfect place for mom.
Hey, it's Andrew Filippone for my guys at Comer & Cross. With warmer weather, right now is the right time to call Comer & Cross at 1-800-NEW-FLOOR. Before that schedule fills up, your new Comer & Cross garage floor will transform your garage in just one day. And take it from me, you will love it. Comer & Cross makes it so simple. They take all the stuff out of the garage for you. They can even make it secure on site. They'll fix your cracks and pits in your garage perfectly. And one day, you're driving on your gleaming new Comer & Cross garage floor. It is an incredible experience. So take advantage of Comer & Cross's great offer right now, the gold standard, a garage floor that's never going to chip, crack, or show tire lift like epoxy or paint ever again. And these are pros, not subcontractors. So call Comer & Cross for your free, quick, and easy estimate before that schedule fills up. Call 1-800-NEW-FLOOR or just say, hey, Siri, call 1-800-NEW-FLOOR to speak to them or go to COMERcross.com.
I know that hiring can be challenging. You sort through tons of resumes and you get too many so-so applicants. You're just waiting for someone to match your role perfectly. Well, now, there's a place where you can meet them fast. ZipRecruiter.
Need to hire right away. Start your search for strong candidates. The right fit awaits. Build your team. Build it sooner. Meet your match on ZipRecruiter.
Just head to ZipRecruiter.com/free right now to try it for free. And you're on your way to meeting your match. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. So try it now. Go to ZipRecruiter.com/free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Meet your match on ZipRecruiter. Try it free.
SchultzFord.com. 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 SchultzFord.com.
Hey, I'm Sam.
And I'm Calvin.
When we started Cousins Roofing, Siding, and Decks, it wasn't a big crew or a fancy shop. Just Calvin and me in our grandma's garage.
We'd load up our tools every morning, build decks all day, then unpack right there in her driveway.
That little garage laid the foundation for what Cousins Roofing, Siding, and Decks is all about. Working hard, staying honest, and treating people like family.
We've grown a lot since then, but those family values still guide every job we do. Call the Cousins.
Cousins Roofing, Siding, and Decks. Call the Cousins. The KDKA AccuWeather forecast is brought to you by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred Roofing Replacement Contractor. Call 412-829-7711.
The rest of today will be breezy and rather cold as clouds give way to afternoon sun, the high 42. Clear early tonight, then increasing cloud late, though 32. Tomorrow, cloudy to at times partly sunny, becoming windy, high 57. For AccuWeather, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
He's live, he's local, he's Marty Griffin. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
We have been blessed, actually, to have a Pittsburgh woman who is also a brilliant professor, who's been in Tel Aviv. Heck, she worked in Afghanistan, wrote 2 books out of there. She's a scholar on a Fulbright fellowship, and she's working at Tel Aviv University, and she's going through this war with her family. And she's been so wonderful about checking in. You said something, Jen, in your post about it's like COVID over here. What do you mean?
Well, you've got families home with kids, right? There's no schools. A lot of businesses are shut down. And, so I think there's just a level of exhaustion from parents. And there's a lot of funny videos coming out that we're seeing all over the internet of, parents in bomb shelters with their kids trying to cook dinner. Right. Remote schooling. My kids are on remote school right now. So there's a lot of, and then, parents still have to work. And so there's not only the stress of that kind of thing, and then there's war, right? So then every couple hours you get these alerts, you got to run to the bomb shelter, you got to take care of your kids, got to make sure everyone's okay. And Lord forbid that you have loved ones who are in the military, right? And this is a very small country of around 10 million people. About half of the country has served in the military, and there's a lot of people have been called up for reserves in recent weeks, so we knew something was happening.
Hey, describe the last 24 hours in terms of the shelter and your kids and everything going on.
So last night we had 3 alerts. One was at around 11, one was at 1 a.m., and one was at 4 a.m.
Wow.
So everything was fine, but there was a big barrage that came last night from Lebanon. And I think this made the news in the U.S. It hit northern Israel. It didn't hit us here, but there were about 200 rockets that came from Lebanon. And we heard rumors all day long that something big was happening at night. We heard, I don't know how people knew, but there were rumors I was hearing that something big was going to happen, and it kicked off last night, but it hit northern Israel, not us here in the center. But we were all worried about that because I think, as I've mentioned before, when we get bombs, missiles from Iran, we get about 2 minutes. The Israeli military knows something's been launched, and it takes about 2 minutes, minute and a half for those missiles to make it to Israel. So they give you a warning.
How, Jen? What do you hear? What happens? How do you hear it?
Your phone,
Okay.
your phone. And every phone in the country, whether you like it or not, you get this sound. And it's a sound.
I see.
And it wakes everybody up, and here's your alert. You got 2 minutes. And then it means you get to your shelter. And so.
And hold on, Jen, is
and
2
then
minutes
once
enough time? Like, where do you physically go? Where do you go?
Yes. So in our house, we have a safe room in our apartment. Okay. So every house that's been built in the past 25 years by code is required to have a safe room in their apartment. So one day I'll take you through our safe room.
Yeah.
We got steel plates on the windows, a big steel door. It's reinforced concrete, steel in the concrete, like you barely get internet connection in there. It's just like a bedroom. You wouldn't know it, right? If you didn't look at the windows carefully or see this big, heavy steel door. So every family goes in those.
Wow.
And if you live in an older building, every block has a shelter that you run to. I'm out and about. If I'm not at home, I just follow everyone. I see where they're running, and I just go and follow them. Yeah.
How long can you endure this?
I mean, look, how long we sat home from Pittsburgh Public Schools for 2 years, right?
That's true.
I think that there's a willingness to endure this because there's hope on the other side, big hope on the other side for what this means for the region. I think people are willing, people are tired. I got to tell you, Marty, after, COVID here, they had the war in Gaza that lasted 2 years. A lot of people lost their lives, both after October 7th and then during the war. Not a lot has been told about all the Israeli soldiers that died during that conflict as well. So, and then a lot of people served in the reserves for 2 years. So they were called up and they served. You got young families, and a lot of the young families are the ones bearing the brunt of this. So I think that's where the exhaustion is. If I were to say, where is a crack, it's going to be in those young families. People have a lot of kids here, both the religious and the secular families. It's got the highest birth rate of any of the OECD countries. Wow. People have kids. It's a happy place. There's all these surveys taken about Israel, about levels of happiness, and Israel is always at the top of the list. They got, strong families, strong sense of community. People are never really by themselves here. And you really feel that. So I think that helps people get through things and builds a resilience. But there is a real level of exhaustion from this. But I think we're just at the beginning of this.
So Jen, if this happens 3 times in the middle of the night, you wake up your kids every time, right?
Absolutely.
And are they cool with
Absolutely.
How do they adapt? Or are they adapting?
They just go.
Wow.
They don't even think about it anymore.
Wow.
I think the first time my 11-year-old daughter got pretty rattled. What is that noise? And, when you hear we heard a hit. It's one of the first nights of the war. We heard a hit about a quarter of a mile from our house, and it shook our building. Hasn't been a hit since in the past 10 days in Tel Aviv, despite what people are seeing on the internet. I want to be clear about that. But what you do hear is these interceptions, which are quite loud, and there are hundreds of them, hundreds and hundreds of them. And so it just sounds like big, fat, lightning, thunder, really loud thunder.
Hey,
but the kids hear the alerts. They know exactly where they got to go.
So what are the Israeli people, what do they want? Ultimately, what would you like to see happen from the end to this is what for you?
I think what they want to see is an Iran that leaves them alone, just leaves them alone. They don't want Iran funding these terror networks on their borders. So Hezbollah is one, right? All of their munitions and money come from Iran. Hamas, munitions, weapons, money came from Iran. The Houthis, remember they were lobbing missiles, causing problems, right, in the Red Sea? Money was from Iran. So Iran has just been dead set at destroying Israel. They talk about death to America, death to Israel. Well, Israel's just closer. And they say that, this is the head of the beast that's closer. This is the one that they're going to destroy first. And then they're going to destroy the United States second. We have to believe them when they say that because they've invested heavily in doing it. They don't, I think that a lot of Israelis I talk to really do believe that they're willing to sacrifice for freedom, for the Iranian people. They want the Iranians to have democracy. There's a whole bunch of hundreds of thousands of Iranian Jews here, actually, in Israel, who left after 79. A lot of people speak Farsi here. There's deep ties. Before 1979, there were huge ties between the people of Israel and the people of Iran. So there's not like ancient hatreds. This isn't a religious war. The Iranians made it about that, but it's a very recent thing. The Israelis just want to be left alone, and they're hoping that whatever has happened will weaken that regime. So they're not building nuclear weapons, trying to destroy them, and not providing weapons to groups like Hezbollah, who are here to destroy Israel as well.
Jen, who's live in Tel Aviv with her family and her husband. Hey, let's be honest. They've had war there for thousands of years. How in the hell would anybody actually believe that Israel will ever be left alone? Honestly, Jen. Honestly, that's pie in the sky fantasy, right?
Maybe. But, I don't believe in these. There were periods of history where Jews and Muslims, for example, Jews and Christians got along in this part of the world. And I would say prior to October 7th, there were a lot of rays of hope. We had the Abraham Accords, which was completely unprecedented. I was flying to Israel from Dubai. Wow. That was unthinkable 10 years ago. Now, when you go to the Tel Aviv airport, the number one destination are Arab countries. more than Europe. There were and actually the many of the rescue flights that are bringing Israelis back are going through Dubai. So those ties have remained intact. And what I think we're going to see after this war is actually strengthening of those ties, because look what Iran's doing. Iran is targeting all of its Arab neighbors.
12 countries.
All of the
12.
Arab, all of them.
Yeah.
That's only going to strengthen Israel's connections with those neighbors, because we were hearing about Saudi normalization with Israel, right? These were things that were not crazy ideas. I think that we're on the precipice. Maybe I'm just, too hopeful, Marty. I've talked to you about I'm a hopeful person.
I think you're amazing.
But there's a lot of reasons, financial reasons, technology reasons. Now, I think the rest of the Middle East sees what a powerhouse Israel is from a financial perspective, a technological perspective, a defense tech perspective, AI perspective. There's a lot of things here that other countries in the region want to be part of and want to learn from.
What time is it there?
It's 7:20 at night.
Wow. Did you eat dinner already?
I went out with a friend of mine.
What'd the kids have?
Yeah.
What'd the kids have?
I got the kids some takeout.
What's
I
takeout?
actually got them some Uzbek takeout. There was an Uzbekistan.
Wow.
Okay. There are a lot of Uzbeks here. I lived in Uzbekistan for a long time, and there's a guy who has a food cart right outside our place. And I was talking to him. I said, "This looks like Uzbek food." He goes, "Yeah, my family came from Central Asia here 30 years ago." He's Jewish, from an old Jewish community in Central Asia. And he says, here's a funny story. He says, my wife's Ukrainian, okay? Ukrainian Jewish. So he's lived here his whole life. He said he came to Israel when he was 4, like a lot of Jews from the former Soviet Union did. And I said, how's life? How are you doing? And he says, we're doing okay. We don't have a safe room in our apartment. So we've been staying with my wife's cousin, okay, with my in-laws. And they have a safe room, and all of us, like 20 of us, packed into this room.
Wow.
And he says, I've had enough with my in-laws. I'd rather take a bomb from Iran than have to deal with them anymore.
Hell yeah. Jen, you're the best. Thank you.
Yeah. Anytime.
Be safe,
Anytime.
my friend. I love that woman. She's been amazing to us.
Listen to KDKA Radio on the Odyssey, iHeartRadio, or TuneIn apps.
I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg with your Lowe's weekend weather update. In Pittsburgh, partly sunny Saturday, the high 48, rather cloudy Sunday, breezy and warmer, a chance for a thunderstorm in the afternoon, high 70. Shop at Lowe's and get up to 35% off and next day delivery on hundreds of major appliances. Valid through 3/18 while supplies last. Selection varies by location. Order by 4 p.m. Available Monday through Saturday. Subject to availability. Fees, exclusions, and restrictions apply. See Lowe's.com/appliance delivery for more details.
Pump up the volume.
Business moves fast. Orders roll in, deadlines close in. When you ship with USPS Ground Advantage, you can keep up with confidence. Every package stays in our secure network from dock to door. And with nationwide reach, dependable tracking, and upfront affordable pricing, you get built-in peace of mind. You run the business. We run the routes. Visit USPS.com/Ground Advantage to learn more.
Had a close friend call me last night. True story. Just retired. Her husband is having dementia issues. Is worried about $15,000 a month for care, which is what it could cost. Immediately sent her to Julian Gray. She called me crying. He was so good. He was so thorough. Set up an estate plan. Protect her assets. Take care of her husband. GrayElderLaw.com. GrayElderLaw.com. The best. 2D Mechanical Systems, Pittsburgh's HVAC, plumbing, and electric leaders, is a family business that I truly admire. 2D culture is built on ethics, service, and making a difference in our community. 2D Mechanical Systems, they're the people you want working in your home.
Beat the spring cleaning rush and call our cleaning heroes at Zero Res. This month, buy one, get one room of carpet clean for free. Unlimited rooms of carpet. Visit ZeroResPGH.com and tell them KDKA sent you.
Premium roofing starts with a team you can count on. Call the Genius Choice in Roofing, Home Genius Exteriors, where you get a dedicated project team with certified installers. Right now, get 50% off roofing materials, plus no interest and no payments till 2027. Call Home Genius Exteriors now at 855-UR-GENIUS to schedule your free, no-obligation roof and attic inspection. That's 855, the letter U, the letter R, Genius. Home Genius Exteriors, a different experience. See website for details.
So I'm in the neighborhood, and I see these massive trucks. Massive. Removing the biggest tree I've ever seen from someone's front lawn and doing it insanely well. Professional, trained, amazing expertise. You know it was Greater Pitt Tree Service. My man Carlos, the best in the business. Best price, best equipment, best training, best background. I'm serious. The best. Greater Pitt Tree Service. 412-884-TREE. 412-884-8733.
Everything you need, every time you listen. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
Hell of a woman. Jesus. Why I like her so much is because she tells it like it is. And why I like it so much and I get feedback from folks is that it kind of gives you perspective about how they live. They live in a war zone and follow law right through it. It's crazy. Yeah, we had takeout. Yeah, we were in the safe room 3 times. Yeah, they're exploding all around. It's actually amazing. The intestinal fortitude of the Jewish people is insanely amazing. She said a couple things that are actually magnificent. I see the same thing with the Jewish community in Pittsburgh. They're galvanized, man. They're tight. They focus on family, faith, their religion, each other, taking care of business, God. And their resolve is amazing. Their work ethic is amazing. Their commitment to family. Think about if that's you. What did she say? She got up 3 times in the middle of the night. Think of that happened one time. It happened one time in our house with a tornado warning in the middle of the night. I'll never forget. It was like 1:30 in the morning. And it scared the crap out of the kids. We went down in the basement. We were sitting behind, on the floor beside a couch at a reinforced wall because there was a tornado warning. That was one. Think of one night that happening 3 times. And then again tonight. And again. And again. Did you hear what she said? Half the damn country's in the reserves, in the military. It's amazing. 10 million people. It's like Manhattan. It's amazing. Their will. And it's them against everyone. She said something poignant. They want to be left alone. That can't happen. Look, I love her. I love her resolve. I love their resolve. I love their family commitment. I love everything about them. But everyone around them hates them and wants them the hell out of there. From Hamas to Hezbollah, you name it, they hate them. To Iran, you name it, find an enemy. But they continue, man, because they believe. I'm amazed. Bombs bursting all around them. Oh, we went down and got some takeout. Huh? 20 people jammed into a safe room. Oh well. Always on alert. But did you hear what she said? Always happy. Always with family. Always in prayer. Always committed. It's wonderful, wonderful. And I get these nasty comments. You're a Zionist and screw them and I hate Jews. Go away. Shoo fly. I will never, ever change my resolve that they're the greatest, most powerful in terms of size country on earth. And the resolve is unmatched. And the unified force of love and faith and family is unmatched. It's absolutely astounding. And I'm so grateful for Jen. She's been amazing. Hey, folks, it's Marty. All the time I'm talking about auto accidents, big crashes, big wrecks. Call 1-800-GET-PHIL. or 412-281-5005. Look, Phil DeLucente and Associates, they're in Pittsburgh. They give free, that's right, free consultations. Phil and Ken Nolan, his partner, handle auto cases. I've worked with them a lot. So call 1-800-GET-PHIL. Call Ken Nolan and Phil DeLucente now at 1-800-GET-PHIL today. They're the best, folks.
We're talking with Joe Sobulis from Highwood Cemetery. Joe, I read a story recently about a local cemetery that had run out of funds and was struggling to pay for its upkeep. How did this happen?
Some cemeteries eventually become full and can no longer sell grave sites to generate income. How will those cemeteries pay for their continued care? The cemetery may or may not have a fund for this purpose. In the story you mentioned, that cemetery is no longer selling property and its care fund is almost depleted. Now they're struggling to pay for upkeep.
How can families be assured that their grave sites are being cared for now and in the future?
Highwood Cemetery exists to serve the public rather than make a profit. Our $1 million perpetual care fund is managed by a fiduciary to ensure that the care of the cemetery will be as it is today for generations to come.
And you can learn more about Highwood Cemetery by calling 412-766-6600.
Join Beth Andrews for the Net Worth Financial Hour Saturdays at 1 to get the news and information you need to make your retirement dream a reality. That's the Net Worth Financial Hour with Beth Andrews, Saturdays at 1. Net Worth Advisors, LLC is a registered investment advisor.
Make 380 Auction of Murraysville your next stop for name brand furniture. Stop in and compare their quality and pricing. 380 Auction has name brand furniture for less. Before you buy, shop 380 and save on your next furniture purchase. 380 Auction is open Tuesday through Saturday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m., Sunday noon to 5 p.m. Or call 724-339-3132. That's 724-339-3132. Or log on to shop380.com and save.
From the Aetna Medicare Studios.
Proud to be the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Mostly cloudy and 38 degrees at Pittsburgh International at 1:30. I'm Paul Alexander. A New Kensington man is now charged with first-degree murder and other charges in connection with an October 2023 shooting. Police say Ray John Wilson and the victim, Troy Vickers, had a history of animosity. The Westmoreland County DA's office says videos show Wilson could be seen driving to and from the crime scene. He is already in jail on unrelated charges. A 65-year-old man in White Oak faces charges after police say he exposed himself to an elderly woman inside her home. Police say Anthony Stamera was charged Thursday with open lewdness and indecent exposure. Officers say Stamera knocked on an 82-year-old woman's door in January and asked the victim to pray with him. Inside the home, Stamera and the woman were talking about religious items on the wall when he slouched back in the chair, exposing himself. White Oak Police consulted with Allegheny County DA's Elder Abuse Unit and recommended the charges against Stamera. A Penn Hills mother is facing aggravated assault and other charges in the death of her 3-year-old son. Devin Goodson was taken to the hospital when 911 was notified he wasn't breathing on Wednesday afternoon. Hospital staff told detectives the boy showed obvious signs of physical abuse, including multiple healing and active bone fractures. Witnesses told investigators 23-year-old Lagamo Malu physically abused the child on multiple occasions. The father, 32-year-old Adam Chirico, is also charged with endangerment in the case. Aspinwall's mayor is facing backlash after council censured him for allegedly recording a private borough meeting without consent. News Radio KDKA's Tamara Rush has more.
Aspinwall Council voted 5-1 Wednesday to censure Mayor Scott Zimmerman and request his resignation after accusing him of secretly recording a private meeting with borough officials on February 16th. The resolution says the recording made on an iPhone without consent could violate Pennsylvania's wiretapping law. Zimmerman apologized during the meeting, saying he deleted the recording and will work to rebuild trust while continuing to serve. The censure does not remove him from office or limit his authority. Tamara Rush, News Radio, KDKA.
On Wall Street, the Dow is down 571 points, the NASDAQ down 315. The S&P 500 is down 79 points. KDKA Radio News Time is 1:32. Our next update at 2 o'clock. I'm Paul Alexander, the voice of Pittsburgh. News Radio, KDKA.
A Social Security update. 70 million Americans collect Social Security benefits today, and millions more will join soon. Now, a new study finds 70% of Americans don't get the full benefits they deserve. But recipients can use simple strategies to boost Social Security benefits by as much as $188,000 over a lifetime. Social Security expert Michael Allen says it's true and reveals 5 key strategies to increase your benefits. It's all in his free special report. Newsmax calls the report your best guide for bigger Social Security benefits. Whether you're getting benefits or soon will, you need the Social Security report. Get it free. Call 800-999-9690. 800-999-9690. We'll text it to you right away, along with President Trump's act cutting your Social Security taxes. Call now, 800-999-9690. 800-999-9690. Text and data rates may apply.
Larry Older here. Let me share Brian's story from Alabama, my mom's home state. He tells us after taking Relief Factor for just 3 weeks, at least 90% of my pain is gone. My pain had started to limit me at work and at home, and now I'm amazed at how much relief I've gotten, end of quote. These are Brian's own words, and they speak volumes about what Relief Factor can do for you. I've told you about my buddy Tom, an avid golfer out on the green almost every single day. He says without Relief Factor, he wouldn't be able to swing freely because of shoulder pain or back pain. But since taking it, he said he stayed active, comfortable, and confident in his swing. He is a scratch golfer. That's why I encourage you to try Relief Factor yourself and see what it can do for you. Don't wait. If you're dealing with daily pain, launch your 3-week quick start and see what Relief Factor can do for you. 800-4-RELIEF, 800-4-RELIEF, or go to relieffactor.com. That's relieffactor.com. How will it feel to be out of pain? 800-4-RELIEF, relieffactor.com.
Food insecurity is still a reality in our community. 1 in 8 neighbors struggles to put food on the table, and many are seniors. That's why MediConnect is partnering with KDKA Radio to help feed the need right here in our community. MediConnect also helps seniors understand their Medicare options. If you're turning 65 or reviewing coverage, their local experts provide trusted one-on-one guidance at no cost. 888-818-6334. MediConnect. Insurance.com. Love them.
Progressive Insurance knows pets, and one of the biggest differences between people and pets is that we don't eat things off the floor. But dogs definitely will, and it makes them so happy, no matter what it looks like, smells like, or what state of decomposition it's in. We all want to go through life that carefree, and that's also why you should get Progressive Pet Insurance, because they eat things off the floor. So protect your pet from all the questionable life decisions they make. You know where they drink from when you're gone, right? Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Covered subject to policy terms and conditions.
Ah, the most beautiful time of year is upon us. Tax season. And Tax Slayer is here to help you file. We guarantee 100% accuracy and your maximum refund. Those are some good numbers. And you can trust me, because I'm a talking calculator. Did I mention Tax Slayer even has support from real U.S.-based humans? If you have any questions along the way, beat the rush and start for free today. Tax Slayer. File fearlessly.
Are you ready for retirement? Hi, this is Brian Quaranta, host of On the Money, heard every Saturday morning, 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. Join me and your host, Rob Pratt, as we tackle the most important questions about retirement planning, financial strategies, and securing your future. From avoiding costly mistakes to maximizing your savings, we'll help you feel more confident about your financial journey. Tune in every Saturday from 8 to 9 a.m. on KDKA Radio. Take the first step towards a worry-free retirement. That's On the Money, your retirement planning destination.
The KDKA AccuWeather forecast is brought to you by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred Roofing Replacement Contractor. Call 412-829-7711.
Clouds will give way to sunshine this afternoon. It'll be breezy and quite chilly with a high of 42. Clear for a while tonight, then clouds increase after midnight, though 32. Cloudy to at times partly sunny tomorrow and becoming windy, the high 57. For AccuWeather, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Cold weather can freeze pipes, and when they burst, the damage adds up fast. For homes or businesses, call ServiceMaster Greater Pittsburgh. On call 24/7, 365 for water damage emergencies. Demand that yellow van. Call 412-RECOVER.
The KDKA radio text line is driven by Kenny Ross Auto Group. Find your best deal and Pittsburgh's best warranty at kennyross.com.
trying to find out if they're making any progress at the Community College of Beaver County. They've been shut down. Their computers have been hacked, and it's this crazy. I think it's Iranians. These cyber attacks. What is it they do, Patrick? How does that work?
So it depends on the type of attack. So what we're talking about in the case of the Community College of Beaver County, it's an encryption attack. So they get into their servers and their systems, and they encrypt all the data. So essentially, they can't get into their systems unless they pay a ransom. So
in fact, they say college has experienced a cybersecurity incident that included the encryption of some of our data. In other words, someone has their data and they ain't giving it back. They won't unscramble it until they pay.
Exactly. It's kind of behind lock and key until, either someone breaks their encryption or they wipe it and start over.
And some people have paid millions of dollars.
Oh, yeah. Millions. Hospitals, governments.
TV stations, radio stations, newspapers, water authorities, electric companies.
All the above.
The vice president of communications is actually very cool. She said, we're working around the clock with professionals to secure our system. We don't even know what's been impacted. They're on spring break, but they're coming back Monday. Someone better get something going. By the way, I'm not suggesting anything critical. This happens to a lot of really good companies. It's not as if they're dummies. It just happens, right?
Exactly. And there was some speculation that it could be tied to Iran.
Yep, we heard that.
We don't know that for certain, but there's another company, this came out just a little while ago, called Stryker out in Michigan. They believe Iranian hackers have taken over their systems, and in that case, they did what they call a wiper attack. That means they get in there and they delete everything. So this company, they can't even use their phones.
What's their end game? If
it cripples that company.
Yeah, I know, but
cause chaos.
But it's not as if they're not holding something they got to give back. Why wouldn't they say we're going to hold it until you pay us instead of just destroying it? I mean, I don't know.
It's kind of this is a one-way deal. They come in and they just kill your stuff and they move on.
It's crazy. So we'll let you know with the Community College of Beaver County. They're great people. They have great programs, and this sucks, and it's horribly difficult. It's happened at most of the TV stations in this market and a lot of the radio stations crippled for a week. And funny how these issues reach media. So the segment of the show, The Pit, the last couple episodes dealt with cybersecurity attacks in hospitals. So they shut everything down and everything goes on paper, old-fashioned paper, and how difficult it is to use fax machines and write everything down when they take away your computers. It's crazy. World's greatest plumber, my man Ken, what's up?
Hey, how's it going, buddy?
So, couple things. Have things slowed down since the big freeze and the pipes bursting?
Oh, yeah. Quite a bit. I mean, we were working, 14, 16-hour days then, and now we're back down to, around the normal 10 or 12, but still seeing some damage, broken pipes, stuff like that. Not as much as, when the big freeze hit.
And so your workload is slowed down?
Yes. Yeah, a little bit.
Excellent. Help me out. You're the guy. So you have a daughter, right?
I do,
yep.
Yeah.
And
senior in high school.
Yep. And you took her on a trip to Disney. You have gone several times.
Yes, I love Disney. I'm the world's biggest Disney fan. Probably too much.
Spent like $4 million your entire retirement at Disney, haven't you, Ken?
I don't know if it's that much. I mean, I don't make Marty Griffin kind of money, but come on now.
So
it's not cheap. Let's put it that way.
This guy, there's this convenience store chain called Buc-ee's, right? Ken?
I love Buc-ee's.
How far out of your way did you drive to take your daughter to Buc-ee's?
About 100 miles.
100 miles out of your way. To go to a convenience store.
Yeah. To a convenience store, just so she could get the beef nuggets.
This is why I love this man.
I mean, I will do anything for my children. I mean, you're the same way, Marty.
That's why I love this man. I ain't going to Buc-ee's, brother. How was Buc-ee's, Ken?
It was good. I mean, it's a gas station, but they have like a cult following.
Huge cult
if it makes the wife happy and the kids happy, then I'll do it.
Okay, and we're boys. We go way back. I love them, man. We talk all the time. If I'm in there, I'm making fun of the fact that we're there and kind of hacked off because I'm just saying, hey, Ken, this sucks. It's a convenience store, right?
Exactly, and I mean, I'm kind of the same way, but I'll go there and I'll still spend $200 on stuff I don't need,
Hey, my man, it becomes a phenomenon when a community gets one, doesn't it? I mean, it gets crazy.
Oh my gosh, yeah. I mean, there's people that like you wear a Buc-ee's hoodie or something around here, and they're like, "Oh, which one did you go to? I can't wait till the one in Ohio opens or whatever." It's crazy.
And does it make sense when you're in there?
I mean, not really.
No.
I mean,
Patrick, have you been? I haven't ever been. Have you?
Oh, yeah.
Well, does it make sense?
The first time I went in there, I understood. I mean, there's Buc-ee's everything. My kid has a pair of Buc-ee's swim trunks. There's, you name it, there's Buc-ee's on it. Now, I got to say, if you like beef jerky, you do have to stop at a Buc-ee's.
Okay, that's enough. Hey, Ken.
Yes, sir.
Speaking of kids, tell us this event you guys have, because I love it and I love you. What do you got going?
So this weekend is my daughter's high school musical for Highlands High School. And this year they're doing Legally Blonde, and she's playing the inmate, Brooke Wyndham, which is kind of cool. I always thought my younger daughter would be the first one I saw in a prison uniform, but apparently it's not going to be.
And when is it and where?
It's at Highlands High School in Natrona Heights.
Yeah.
Friday, Saturday at 7 o'clock, and then Sunday a matinee show at 2. $12, great afternoon. Nice. I mean, these kids have been working for 4 months, perfecting these lines. Yep. And, these are the kids that aren't starring out on the football field. So this is their Super Bowl,
I love it. I absolutely love it. And you're my man, Buc-ee's or not. Thanks, brother.
All right. Love you, bud. Have a good one.
Thanks. He is really one of the nicest guys I've ever known. He did a plumbing job at my house. This is a true story. He left a $100 bill on the counter and said, "You can't do it alone." He's that great. He really did. And he wants to help. I love the man. He's an unbelievable father and a great, great friend.
Listen to the Marty Griffin Show on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts.
Is there constantly someone in the family fighting a cold? Fight back with Sniper, a hospital-grade disinfectant that kills viruses and bacteria, and it won't hurt your skin, your pets, or our environment. Hi, this is Larry Richard. Get Sniper. It's safe to use in your home and office. Simply spray and walk away to kill germs for maximum protection. Pick up a bottle of Sniper at your local True Value store or visit disinfectwithsniper.com. Get it now.
If you love sports, this is the show for you. It's You Better You Bet with me, Nick Costos. Weekday mornings 9 to noon Eastern on the free Odyssey app and YouTube at The Costos. Bringing you the biggest NFL news, guests, and notes from the offseason while getting you ready to win the madness of college hoops. It's You Better You Bet with me, Nick Costos. Live and interactive Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to noon Eastern. Presented by BetMGM. Download the Odyssey app and listen from anywhere for sports talk from people who love sports.
At Oakmont Bakery, shamrock cookies, cakes, and brownies, and the Lucky Guy, which gingerbread, man. It's absolutely delicious. Look, man, I'm in. I'm a zealot. I'm a big, big, big time Oakmont Bakery fan where everything is delicious.
Hi, I'm Dr. Mary Claire Haver, a board-certified OBGYN and menopause specialist. My new podcast, Unpaused, is the place for bold, unfiltered conversations about what it really takes for women to thrive in the second half of life. Every week, I sit down with medical experts, cultural icons, and powerhouse women to talk about what really matters. New episodes drop every Tuesday. Listen to and follow Unpaused with me, Dr. Mary Claire Haver, available now wherever you get your podcasts.
For generations, you've listened to us in your kitchen, catching baseball games on your front porch, and ending your day as your bedtime buddy. Now you can watch us every day on your TV with our new KDKA Radio YouTube page or by clicking on KDKARadio.com. It's presented by Metropolitan Windows. Same great content, more live visuals. The voice of Pittsburgh, 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
It's Breakfast with Dorothy's Saturday at 7 a.m. Open house this weekend at Dorothy's Candies. Excellent Easter specials, including 10% off your total purchase. One Pittsburgh Work show, one bite, and you'll know it's Dorothy's Candies. Saturday, 7 a.m.
Start to shake off winter and get a fresh start in a fresh new ride from Bowser Hyundai in Pleasant Hills. The Hyundai Elantra SE is the perfect upgrade for your spring commute. And right now at Bowser Hyundai, the #1 volume Hyundai dealer in Pittsburgh, you can get 1.9% APR for up to 72 months or lease it for only $129 a month. And don't forget, all new Hyundais come with Hyundai Assurance and are backed by America's best warranty, 10 years, 100,000 miles powertrain limited warranty. Based on 2025 year-end and January 2026 sales results, tax, title, and fees not included. Dealer doc fee of $490 applies. 24 months, 7,500 miles per year with $2,999 due at signing with credit approval and financing through HMFC. Offer ends March 31st. BowserHyundai.com. Bowser Hyundai, Route 51 South. On top of the hill.
Do you owe back taxes or have unfiled tax returns? The IRS won't quit until they get your money. Here's great news, fresh from those in the know. Major changes have happened at the IRS. If you owe more than $10,000, you may be eligible for a 99% reduction of what you owe. Haven't filed a return for a while? Their happy clients are talking.
The IRS was going to levy my bank account, but Guardian was able to prevent that and fix all my IRS issues. Thanks again, Guardian Tax.
Need relief from crushing tax debt? The IRS now has special programs. Guardian Tax knows all about them. Personal or business, this is the fresh new brick you've been hoping for.
We aren't the company you call when you need a hug because you're scared of the IRS. Guardian Tax is the company that wins when you need it most.
Guardian Tax Service is really great to work with. They really help me out. I'd recommend them highly.
Call now for a free confidential consultation. 800-499-6623. 800-499-6623. 800-499-6623.
When sinusitis has your nose constantly blocked, life can feel smaller. You're stuck breathing through your mouth, which leads to sleep struggles, snoring that keeps your whole family up, fatigue, and more. The mornings start groggy, the days drag on, and it feels like nothing really helps for long. At Pittsburgh Sinus Centers, relief isn't just one size fits all. Their specialists use a wide range of innovative in-office treatments designed around you, designed to open your sinuses, restore natural breathing, and help you finally sleep through the night. You don't have to keep pushing through. If you're tired of the congestion, the pressure, and the endless cycle of sprays and pills that aren't providing relief, discover a treatment option that works for you at Pittsburgh Sinus Centers. Breathe easier, sleep better, and start feeling like yourself again. Schedule a consultation today. Call Pittsburgh Sinus Centers, 878-231-6036. 878-231-6036. That's 878-231-6036.
And now for a business news update from Pittsburgh Business Times. I'm managing editor Mike Larson. U.S. Steel Corp acquired the former fifth season vertical farming building in Braddock for $8.8 million, according to Allegheny County property transfer records obtained by the Pittsburgh Business Times. The seller was DM Management, which had acquired the building at 1050 Talbot Avenue in April of 2025 for just about $6 million. DM Management had expected to use the refrigerated warehouse for an expansion of its consumer fresh produce subsidiary. But the Pittsburgh Business Times reported in November it was looking to buy a cold storage facility in Lawrenceville. Also, South Oakland's Panera Bread restaurant is closed. The Panera was located at 3401 Boulevard of the Allies, a site the University of Pittsburgh has long sought to redevelop. A former Quality Inn, Walnut Capital became involved with plans to redevelop the building in the aftermath of the COVID-19 pandemic. After Walnut Capital dropped out of the project, Pitt partnered with Philadelphia-based Radnor Property Group in 2025. For more on these stories and other local business news, log on to PittsburghBusinessTimes.com.
It's Marty Griffin on the voice of Pittsburgh, 100.1 FM and AM 1020, KDKA.
All right, folks. CBS Live, active shooter at a synagogue. Crazy situation outside of Detroit, Michigan. Listen to CBS right now.
A lot of it is rumor. Yes, they've heard maybe the shooter was taken down, but we also hear from sources at the FBI that's saying a shooter might still be on the loose. Everything remains on lockdown, I'm told, also because of the potential for accomplices. And are there any other people working with this gunman, driver? We don't know. We know that West Bloomfield, Michigan is home to a very strong Jewish community. About a third of the population there is Jewish. This is also one of the largest synagogues in the country. So what is happening here is going to reverberate among Jewish communities across the country.
Yeah, that's for sure, Jonah. And I let our viewers know sometimes the best thing you can say in a situation is you don't know. And there is a lot we don't know at this time, but we do know you've got smoke pouring out of this large Reformed Jewish community in West Bloomfield, Michigan. You've got the sheriff saying there was a shooter, there was a ramming, shots were fired, and there's now a shelter in place and a very significant police turnout. But we do reiterate, we don't know who is responsible for this incident in West Bloomfield, and we don't know if it's tied to the unfolding situation in the Middle East. But we are monitoring it, and I want to bring in Anna Schechter, who is our crime and public safety producer, part of that unit. What stands out to you with what we're learning so far, and what more do you want to know?
Well, listen, we're less than a week out from this incident in New York City, where we had 2 ISIS-inspired individuals allegedly throw these IEDs on the Upper East Side, not something you usually see on the Upper East Side. That just happened. Now we're seeing this. In fact, there was another shooting just a couple of hours ago at a university in Norfolk, Virginia. It just seems like this is what a heightened threat environment looks like. It's not just a heightened threat environment. This is an active attack environment that we're in right now. It's really remarkable.
It's a remarkable picture to see on a Thursday morning in the United States of America. Let's go back to Scott McFarland, who's got new information on this. Scott?
Let's start off with the new FBI statement just issued by the director of the FBI saying FBI personnel are on the scene now with their law enforcement partners in Michigan responding to the apparent vehicle ramming and active shooting situation at Temple Israel Synagogue in West Bloomfield. FBI by nature, if not by rule, responds to potential shooting incidents or to any targeting of a religious facility. It's no surprise they're there. But you have to also open the question here, because the sheriff hasn't been very clear there was a shooter, but that there was a shooting. This raises the prospect that somebody may have been attacking the temple in that vehicle, and perhaps somebody in security or otherwise may have tried to stop the person in the vehicle. So we're not terribly certain right now that there's a shooter, but that there was a shooting. But nobody inside the facility was injured or has been killed by this, according to what the sheriff has said. Nevertheless, there's clearly a federal investigation in addition to the local investigation of what happened and where is the person believed responsible for this.
Yeah, you see a school bus in the background. Scott, thank you very much for the pictures we're looking at. There's a reunification center. There were kids on site. There were teachers on site. We're told they've been taken off-site and are gathering. And as we look for new information here, we have a tweet from the governor of Michigan, Gretchen Whitmer, who says she's tracking these reports. She refers to the incident overall as heartbreaking. Michigan's Jewish community should be able to live and practice their faith in peace. Anti-Semitism and violence have no place in Michigan, and she is hoping for everyone's safety. Anna Schechter's still with me. Anna, you mentioned the broader context here.
Yeah, so we had a shooting in Austin, and we had a man who had a history of mental health issues, but who was wearing an Iranian regime flag on his person at the time of an attack, a deadly attack in Austin. That was right after the launch of this war with Iran. And then several days later, you have this incident in New York City. Now this, less than a week later, you have apparently an attack on one of the largest synagogues in the country. So this is very concerning. And, you know, when I talk to counterterrorism officials, they are always combing through. Their main job is looking for red flags online, looking in Telegram, looking on all the social media platforms.
Great reporting by CBS. We'll stay on top of this. Obviously, it's a developing situation. Colin's next.
When you need to know, depend on the news leader. At home, in your car,